We're back. Back like we never left. I don't have this set up, so, because I didn't expect to have time to do a pregame, but we got like 5 minutes. So we're going to take this 5 minutes. We're going to reset everything. Set our scoreboard up, our score bug, get the game cache ready to go. We're going to get ourselves ready to go. We got to get a new bingo card going. We can go over the bingo card. That's what we could do. George Pearson, what's up, George? Daryl Grant, Christian Blaze, Justice's dad, appreciate you guys. Roger G. Walk, Kieran Bryant, Zane, Justice's dad, of course. Cool. Let's also set this back up. We're gonna unplug that. Sons Jen said, hit the like on this stream too. Appreciate you, Sons Jen, absolutely. Gotta re-hit that like button on this stream. Appreciate you guys. James McCanns, appreciate you, brother. Angel A1's Roman, what's up, Angel? Winner gets swept by OKC. Yes, indeed. Is this a separate stream? Can we go to a separate stream of this game, or is it the same? No, we should be able to go to a separate one, right? Let's click on this. All right, we got to get our new bingo card up. We got to get the score bug up. Am I frozen? Is Amazon frozen? Amazon, what are we doing, man? You're the multi-trillion-dollar company. You can't get your infrastructure in place, man? Come on. Zane said, if Steph has the towel over his head, I got the Suns this game. Pretty much. Pretty good indicator. Just that's a decent-looking bingo card in the first game, all things considered. Yeah, I mean, we didn't get much. Oh, nice. Page unresponsive. Kill the page. All right. Let's go back to Amazon. This is not the first time that's happened. All right, can we go watch it now? So we don't miss a beat. Here we go. Zorawar. What's up, Zora? Can we put the Golden State game? We got the Golden State game going right now. We got to update what we got going on up here. We've got... let's do our score bug first. We have the Warrior Suns. There we go. Now we have our bingo card. Our new bingo card here tonight is the Warrior Suns. Nice and empty. Brand new card. We'll go over it. Let me pull it up over here so we can edit it. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, and we got Warrior Suns. There we go. All right, cool. So that's all set up. That's ready to go. What do we got? All right, so we got a Booker bounce back game. Devin Booker for 30. I'm looking for anybody for 30. Anybody double-double, anybody triple-double. Curry for 30. We got Pods for 15. Just that's it. Wedgie me. A wedgie, please. Somebody give us a game. One of these games, please give us a wedgie. Do I have wedgie on this one? Where's the wedgie? Oh, I do. There we go. There's the wedgie. We have a jump ball. We have a failed challenge. We have Porzingis for 3 threes. That one hit the other night. Triple-double, like we said, 4-point play. Steph Curry is always liable to go off for a 4-point play. We have a technical foul. We have Dylan Brooks, and we have Draymond Green. I feel like this one is a bit of a lock. We have O'Neal and Gillespie combined for 5 threes. We have Brooks for 20 points. Overtime. A travel, one of my favorites. A flagrant foul. We have Brooks. We have Draymond Green. Feels pretty likely. 2 consecutive missed free throws. Again, we have hit 2 consecutive missed free throws in every single bingo card we have made. We have Curry for 30 points. A successful challenge as well as a failed challenge, like up here. Draymond for 4 stocks. 2 steals, 2 blocks, 3 steals, 1 block, 3 blocks, 1 steal. 4 stocks. Combined steals and blocks. Zora said, did the jump ball start? Not yet. We have a couple minutes. About 5 minutes before the jump ball, they said. We have Draymond for 4 stocks. We have Green for 25 points. Now, I did not specify Jalen Green or Draymond Green, but one of the Greens, this was specifically for Jalen Green, obviously, but one of the Greens for 25 points will fulfill this, technically. I should have been more specific with Jalen Green, but if Draymond Green went off for 25 points tonight, it technically wins. So, We have a 24-second violation, one of my favorites as well, along with travel. We have pods for 15 points. Do we have pods for 15 points twice? Or did I just say that twice? All right, we have pods for 15 points. Yeah, all right. So we have pods for 15 points. Curry for 5 threes. I mean, he's coming off of, 8 3-point make game. A double-double, same as the triple-double from any player. Any player for 3 blocks. Anybody. Anybody want to give us 3 blocks? We'll take it. And then, of course, we have the logo 3, another favorite of mine. Seemingly hits almost every night. So, we'll see. We'll see. See what we got going on tonight. I feel pretty good about this one, I'm not going to lie. Feel pretty good. I think tonight is the night. I think this game is the game. Daniel Berry Sports, what's up, Daniel? James McCann said, old man special, any 35 or older for 30 points. Well, who does that take into account? That takes Steph, obviously. Draymond's over 35, right? Draymond, Al Horford. That's it. We're only looking at 3 guys there. I have the game cast of the, oh, you guys can see it. The other game in, they have officially emptied the bench. There's 5:40 to go. It's 110 to 78. That one's over. Obviously, it's been over for a while. We've been talking about it. Mighty Montreal said Booker versus free throws round 2. Angel A1 Droman says, does everyone get a taco if we have bingo? No, but I am going to gift 5 gifted subs. You guys can do what you want if we have bingo. I'm gifting 5 gifted subs. Christian Blaze said, that left column going vertical sounds legit for bingo. I don't know if anyone is going to miss 2 consecutive free throws, though. We had it the other night. I think Porzingis missed 2 consecutive free throws. What's the left column looking like? Talking about this. Booker for 30, a triple-double, 2 consecutive missed free throws. Curry for 30, Pods for 15. I took Pods for 15 because he did play well in the first game. So I was like, all right, let's throw. I wanted to get another Warrior in there as well, like another Warrior prop. And he's in the starting lineup, so. Roger G. Wall said, I remember people on Nick's Reddit saying Taj is 3,000 years old. He's not far from it, I'll tell you that. Ned, what's up, Ned? Okay, off to a good start here. Let's do it. Triz Dad said Prime even gave up on the Magic versus Hornets game. It sucks. Bad blowout, man. They got the end of the bench guys in there. Anybody scored? Connaughton scored. Anthony Black still 1 for 9 from the field. Crazy. Pendo scored. All right. Zane said, I'll take Brooks for poking bears for 500 points, please. Pretty much. There's going to be a fracas. There's going to be some sort of fracas. Draymond Green and Dillon Brooks will get into it in some sort of way. Just Dad said, Pyro inside basketball arenas always makes me nervous. Really? I love it. We need more pyro. We need more pyro. Pyro with a Y, by the way. We need more fire. More fire in these arenas. Torches everywhere. Flamethrowers everywhere. That's what we need. Montreal said, Pods definitely plays better with Curry on the court. Everybody does. Everybody benefits from Steph Curry on the court. Everybody plays better. It is not coincidental that Jordan Poole has played the best basketball of his entire career alongside Steph Curry and the Warriors. Starters for the Suns: Booker, Green, Jordan Goodwin, Dillon Brooks, and Oso Iguodala. So no Mark Williams tonight? Jeez Louise. Got to be really hurt if you're not ready to play in a do-or-die game. You lose, you go home. Your season's over. Oh, they say he's coming off the bench because he's injured? Okay, that makes more sense. I get that. Tay Cowboy said, if we don't hit on our bingo tonight, I'll be worried for our Knicks game. We'll see. We'll see what's going on with the Knicks game and the bingo. I'm going to try and get as creative as possible because obviously we know our Knicks better than we know these other teams. Colossal the Don. What's up, Colossal? Man, who saw that coming? Not me. We talked about how all pregame, like, oh yeah, the Hornets will probably win this game, but how did the Magic win and whatnot? And I didn't expect a blowout for that. I knew it was possible the Magic could beat the Hornets tonight, but a blowout? Crazy outcome. Zane said, Knicks hitting back-to-back bingos. We'll see. We will see. Here we go. Ready for the tip-off. Warriors win it. Here comes Stephen Curry. Gets it over to Pods. Pods has it up top, being guarded by Green. Gets it over to Draymond Green. Fakes the handoff, keeps it all the way to the rim. Layup, got it to go. What an opener, as I still have the Hornets Magic game up for you guys. My bad. My bad. Let's get this going. So Draymond gets us started off with the first basket for the Warriors. They get it over to Dillon Brooks, a right wing three. Comes up short, long rebound. Goodwin able to dig it out, but they call it. No, they don't call anything. I thought they called an offensive foul. Jordan Goodwin immediately dribbles it to the left corner, puts up the three, and knocks it down. What a sequence. What a sequence. Pods down the lane, kicks it out to Draymond Green. He's looking for a three. He can't get it to go. Rebound by Iguodala, bringing it down the other way. They get it in, hit ahead to Devin Booker, driving to his left in the paint, puts up the little floater, comes up short, but a foul on Kristaps Porzingis is going to send Booker to the foul line for two. Perfect timing, so we can set this up for ourselves. And boom, there we go. All right, and I said boom, and I said boom. Good enough. Would have just a smidge. There we go. So Booker at the foul line for two free throws. Jeez Louise, ESPN, can you just set us up, please, and stop moving this? Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Thank you. Booker knocks down both free throws. 5-2. Had my timer ticking the whole time. 5-2, just under 11 minutes to go, and we moved it again. ESPN.com. Stop moving it, man. Guy Santos up top, spinning off of Brooks, spinning back the other way, lost it. Good defense from Brooks. Goodwin picks up the loose ball, pushing it the other way. Leaves it off for Iguodala up top. Back to Goodwin, back to Booker. Booker in the post being guarded by Curry. Booker. Faced up inside the Iguodala. Iguodala's got nowhere to go. Shot clock winding down. Coming to his right. Brooks up top being guarded by Porzingis. Step back three for Dillon Brooks. Got it to go. Dillon the villain in his bag early. In his bag early. Fung Pei, what's up, Fung Pei? Stop the delay because I don't have the proper subscription to watch the game. I'm just going to trust whatever you say. Appreciate you, brother. 8-2 start. Curry shovels it down low to Santos. Santos kicks it out to Podzimski. Down the lane, leans in. Pump fake, throws up the floater. Comes up short. Battle for the rebound. Knocked out of bounds. Knocked out of bounds by Jalen Green and the Suns. It's going to stay here with the Warriors. We got 10 minutes to go early in the game. Quick 8-2 start for the Phoenix Suns. They get it in the green. Draymond Green down low to Podzimski. Kicks it out in the corner to Santos. A contested three. Comes up short. Rebound, knocked loose. Picked up by Booker. Bringing it down the other way. Booker has it up top. Picked up by Draymond Green. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Iguodala over to Dillon Brooks, being guarded by Gon Santos. Coming to his right off the Iguodala screen. Slip past Iguodala. Kicks it in the corner. Jordan Goodwin, same spot as the previous three. Can't get that one to go. Rebound knocked out to Curry. Quick outlet pass to Podzimski. Euros down the lane. Gets blocked. Loose ball. Knocked out of the air. Jalen Green picks it up, and the Suns are pushing it the other way. Jalen Green inside past Iguodala. Two-handed slam. Got it to go down. No foul call. A lot of contact. But Iguodala got the dunk to go past Porzingis anyway. Does that count as a poster? We don't have to post it up here anyway. Podzimski has it up top. Dancing with it, coming to his right, being guarded by Green. Jalen Green coming to his left. Iguodala picks him off. Podzimski gets caught in the paint. Jordan Goodwin picks off the pass. Goodwin in the lane. Pump fake, spins, kicks it out. Dillon Brooks is the trailer for a three. Too strong, can't get it to go. Rebound by Porzingis. You got to get a layup there, Jordan Goodwin. You got Steph Curry on you. Go to the rim, get a layup. What was that? Podzimski, pump fakes. And it's a double dribble on Brandon Podzimski. Suns Jen said, is that Scott Foster? That's Scott Foster, brother. The extender. Obviously, this is a do-or-die game. I don't know. I don't know who that benefits. Because I'm sure Dillon Brooks and Draymond Green got beef with that man, so I don't know who it benefits. But here we go. Jalen Green has it up top because he had to take a shot here tonight. They get it over to Devin Booker. Coming to his right, now to his left off the Iguodala screen. Puts up the three up the screen. In and out halfway down, but he can't get it to stay. Rebound by Draymond Green. Here comes Podziemski. Podziemski up top, leaves it off of Draymond Green. Driving to his right, gets it over to Porzingis. Back to Green. And miscommunication. Green was not expecting to get picked off by the Suns. Booker has it in the lane, kicks it out. A three from Jalen Green. He's wide open left wing, knocked it down. There you go. And there's your first double-digit lead of the night. And I hope this isn't reminiscent of our first game of the night, because I tell you what, man. I tell you what, the Warriors better have an answer. Now, they did the other night. I'll tell you this. They did the other night in the first game where the Warriors ended up beating the Clippers. The Clippers jumped out to an early 11-point lead. They had, I believe, at one point a 14-point lead. So I'm going to go ahead and give the benefit of the doubt to the Warriors. After this timeout, they'll come out and have an answer. Mark said, another blowout. Tell you what, Mark, we won't stick around for this one. The only reason we stuck around for the Magic Hornets game is because we were covering this one after, right? We won't be sticking around for this one if this is a blowout going into halftime. We got another 30-point game going into halftime, even 25. 25 is my breaking point. They go up by 25. We're in the second half. We'll call it a night. Keith, what's up, Keith? Contrast of young and old coaching styles? I don't think so. I mean, Steve Kerr is one of the coaches that popularized the play style a lot of teams are running with now, a lot of the off-ball movement. Tiz said, Golden State just sloppy right now. Yeah, a little bit. A lot of miscommunication for the most part. Porzingis tried to hit the slip pass to a cutting Draymond Green, who was not expecting the slip pass. It was a nice pass from Porzingis, a good idea, but it was just a miscommunication. Draymond Green was not even expecting it. Mark said, I downed a 7-Eleven coffee for this? Brother, I prepared a bingo card, changed the score bug, updated all the player graphics for this? We've been live now for, it was 3 hours in the first one, or only 17 minutes into this one. We'll round up to 20. We've been live for 3.5 hours for this? Grabbed a hot dog too? Crazy. Crazy. And it is 10:25 p.m. here in the East Coast? Crazy. Crazy. Foonpay said I almost made a new cup. Cheers. Ah, man. Warriors better come back after this timeout. Tiz said, Curry 2 threes incoming. He just called me while he was at a timeout. Good. Thank you for the information, Tiz. We need it. We need all we can get right now. Felipe said, let's go, Warriors. Make it interesting, at least. Make it interesting. Blowouts don't help with our bingo cards. We need as close of games as possible because we need wild things to happen, like 4-point plays, 24-second violations, which only happen in competitive basketball games. We need close games for the bingo to hit. Mighty Montreal, back-to-back play-in blowout leading into the first-round sweeps would be hilarious. It would be. It would be after the first couple of play-in games that we had, which felt spectacular, particularly that Hornets-Heat game that came down to the wire there in overtime. It was like, oh, yeah, we're in for a generational playoffs this year with the NBA. And we got our first stinker with the Hornets going down to the Magic. We can see if we get it. Another one here. Hopefully not. Felipe said, you're supposed to clap? I'm not feeling like clapping, brother. It's already late here. I don't need anybody knocking on the door talking about I'm making too much noise. Give you a golf clap. I don't know if you could hear that, but that's what I'm giving you. That's what I'm giving you. A little bit of this. A little bit of that. Christian Blaze said, the frustration of Charlotte is bleeding into this one. Steph ain't LaMelo. We'll see. We'll see. He is old man Steph. He's not young man Steph anymore. Where are we at? Why is my timer behind? We got 8:14 to go. Our timer's a minute behind. We'll catch up, though. Porzingis off a screen, a right wing three. Knocked it down. There you go, Chris Stapps. First three of the night. We need 3 threes for him. So there you go. 13-5. Here comes Jalen Green bringing it down. Green coming to his right. Off a Brooks screen. Get it to Brooks. Being guarded by Pajemski. Brooks up top. Jalen Green. He just hit a 3. Green misses that one. Fight for the loose ball rebound. Picked up by Steph Curry. Pushing it the other way. Curry bringing it down. Down the defense. Breaks down the defense. They swing it out. Porzingis. Extra pass to Green. Green inside the Curry. Curry in the paint. Wild reverse layup. And a foul before the shot. Scott Foster waves off the shot attempt. Foul on the floor. Ball's going to stay here with the Warriors. Steve McClellan. What's up, Steve? Warriors started off the same score came back. They did. And I made mention of that. Very similar start against the Clippers. Went down by, I believe, as many as 14 points. So they're not out of it yet. 11 points is far from a blowout. Curry has it up top, lost the handle, picks it back up. Curry being guarded by Iguodala on a switch, crosses over to his left, down the lane, inside the Porzingis, goes up, gets blocked. Loose ball, picked up by Curry, but it's a shot clock violation. At least we got a shot clock violation. There's one. We'll take it. Wow, what a block from Iguodala. Wow, impressive. That's a shot clock violation. We'll fill it out in a second. Here come the Suns. 7:20 to go. Green has it up top, being guarded by Pajemski. Coming to his left off the Iguodala screen. Up top to Booker. Booker sees a double team. Over to Green. Pass fake. Pump fake. Being guarded by Santos. Cross-court pass to Dillon Brooks. Way over his head. Dillon Brooks doesn't even go for it. Matter of fact, after Jalen Green threw that pass and it was way over his head, Dillon Brooks just put his head down and started walking the other way before it even went over his head. No way he was going to get that. Bad pass from Jalen Green there. Curry has it up top, being guarded by Goodwin. Tagging to his left. And he stepped out of bounds. Sloppy play there from Curry. And so the ball goes back to the Suns. Turnover for turnover. Suns Gen, how we feeling, brother? How we feeling tonight, Suns Gen? Booker down the lane in the paint. Pump fakes. Tried to throw the lob inside to Iguodala. Gets fouled by Santos on the lob pass. So it's going to be foul on the floor. Side out of bounds. At least there should be. MBM said smash the like button. Appreciate you, brother. Send a solid message. We the best. Appreciate you, MBM. Appreciate you. Montrell said, as long as the refs let them play a little more this game, I'll be happy. Very true. Very true. Very quick whistles in the last game. Warriors look like they come out in a zone. Iguodala in the middle of the lane knocks down a floater. Back up by 10 they go. Here comes Steph Curry and the Warriors. Curry up top, crossing over to his left. Down the lane, leaves it off inside to Santos, who lays it up and in. Nice drive and kick by Curry for the cutting Santos. Booker up top has been quiet to start. He puts up the pull-up three, comes up short. Rebound to Goodwin, lays it back up, throws up an air ball. Iguodala can't hold on to it. He's got his hands up in the air looking for a foul. Pajemski pushing it the other way. They get it over to Melton. Melton over to Pajemski. Takes the lane. Scoop play with the left hand. Got it to go for Pajemski. Nice drive and finish. Good strong move. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Here come the Phoenix Suns bringing it down the other way. Devin Booker is pretty bad start. Dillon Brooks has it. 1-on-1 against Santos. Crossing over to his left. Stop, turn, half spin, pump fake. Ball knocked out of his hands. Curry gets the steal. Hit ahead to Santos. Chases down the loose ball and gets fouled by Dillon Brooks, chasing him down. And we got a subscription. Jenny we read that one. No, shout out Jenny. Rebecca P. Canyon. What's up, Rebecca? Appreciate you. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Thank you for the subscription. So Dillon Brooks fouls Guy Santos. Out on transition there, going for the loose ball. Under 6 to go. We're past the halfway point. Still side out of bounds for the Warriors here. Al Horford subs in. Gary Payton II subs in. Horford gets it over to Draymond Green, over to Curry. Curry being guarded by Iguodala on a switch. Curry steps back, tries to get in the corner. Ball knocked loose by Gillespie, but D'Anthony Melton able to pick it up. Over to Green. Green swings it out to Horford. Tagging to his right, down the lane against Gillespie. But instead, they call a foul on Draymond Green. Sorry. They call a foul on Dillon Brooks. Kind of the same person. Dillon Brooks gets called for a foul. That's 2 fouls immediately on back-to-back plays for Dillon Brooks there. Suns Gen said, as long as they don't humiliate us all, I'm good. Curry has it up top, being guarded by Gillespie. Curry driving to his right, down the lane, in the paint, scoop layup, off glass, got it to go down. Curry getting downhill here tonight, back to 4. Gillespie gets it over to Green. Green down the lane, kicks it out to Dillon Brooks, wide open left wing 3. Dillon Brooks rattles it in. Got Dillon Brooks knocking down threes. Back to 7 it goes. Comes Curry and the Warriors. Curry has it up top, being guarded by Gillespie. Driving to his right, sidestep, throws up the 3, off balance, way off on that one, at the side of the backboard, barely grazed the rim. Here comes Jalen Green pushing it the other way. Green has it up top, pulls it out, being guarded by Gary Payton. They get it over to Dillon Brooks, being guarded by Curry. Pass fake. Going to put him in the post, back him down. He sees a double team, pulls it out, inside pass to Booker, kicks it out to Gillespie, swings to the side, back inside to Brooks, little fall away jumper, can't get it to go, but a foul is called, and Dillon Brooks will go to the foul line for 2. A lot of hacking and whacking so far. I believe that's a foul on Steph Curry. He's shaking his head as he's walking away. Zane said the UNC Warriors. Is that UNC or is that UNC? The UNC Warriors? Pretty much. Bunch of old men out there. Draymond, Horford, Curry. Brooks knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. We got 4:46 to go. Suns Gen said Booker seems like he's in that mode to possibly crash out. I mean, I don't love his first couple of shots. I like that he's aggressive, but I don't love some of the shots he's settled for. It feels like he's settled, is my point. Right? Like, obviously he's capable, but the three-point shot has not been on his side this season. So I don't love him settling for 2 threes to start for his first 2 shots. Get an easy one. Brooks knocked down both free throws. Curry inside the Horford, layup, smoked it. Rebound by Jalen Green. And Green will bring it down the other way. Green up top, pushing it, dancing with it, swings it over to Brooks. Brooks gets it over to Booker. Booker being guarded by Curry. Booker in the post, swings it out to Jalen Green. Right wing 3, he's wide open, and he knocks it down. Lead back up to 12. Largest lead of the game. 23-11. Curry bringing it down. Curry up top being guarded by Gillespie. Curry dancing with it. Pulls it out. Picks up his handle. Got nowhere to go. Throws a swing pass out to nobody. And Curry telling Gary Payton, why are you not in the corner? Stay in the corner. You're my outlet in the corner. Four minutes to go. 12-point deficit. Not a great start for the Warriors. Decent start for the Suns. Steve McClellan, Lake Chelan, Washington in the house. What's up, Steven? Or Steve. What's up, Steve? Under 4 to go. Booker up top, driving to his right, step back, mid-range, fall away, got it to go. And that's more like Devin Booker. It's more of the shots I expect to see him taking. 25-11 start. All right. Don't make me nervous here, Golden State. And Devin Booker ends up fouling Draymond Green out on the perimeter with the reach. So 25-11, still foul on the floor, so it's side out of bounds for the Warriors here. 3:40 to go. Curry subs out of the game. Let's see how the Warriors survive the Curry-less minutes. Go over to Porzingis. Porzingis now being guarded by Gillespie. Get it over to Melton. Melton coming to his right, crossing over to his left. He's being guarded by Jalen Green. Shot clock down to 5, behind the back, coming to his right, down the lane, swings it in the corner. Gary Payton, an open left corner 3, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound, knocked into the air. Melton picks it up and knocks down the reverse layup. We have rookie Kaman Malawak in the game, by the way. No Mark Williams. Jalen Green up top. Green spins off of Melton, down the lanes, got some space, kicks it in the corner. O'Neal pump fakes over to Gillespie, over to Booker. Booker attacking to his right, back to Gillespie, back over to Royce O'Neal. He's going to pump fake, pulls it out. Swings it over to Booker. Booker's going to attack Horford off the bounce, loses the handle, tries to pick it up, loose ball, finds its way over to Green. He double clutches a 3, good closeout, picked up by O'Neal. It's going to be a shot clock violation. Shot clock violation. Ball's going to go back to the Suns here. I'm going to get a timeout first. 25-13, 12-point game. Under 3 minutes to go, 2:53 exactly. Okay. Zane said Booker needs to free up some cap space for his team. He's going to take his money. There's only been one Jalen Green so far in the There's only been one Jalen Brunson in the NBA so far. I'll leave it at that. Everybody else takes their money. And, get your money. If Jalen Brunson had taken the most amount of money possible, had waited and taken the extra money, like, nobody would blame him. Take your money. Montrell said Booker needs to drive and draw fouls or get in his midi bag. Yeah, I tend to agree for sure. Steve said, we got our Sonics back? I wouldn't count my chickens before they hatch, Steve. You got to find an owner first. And while the NBA desperately wants expansion for more money, it's not happening yet. So I would not, like I said, I would not count my chickens before they hatch. If there is expansion, obviously it'll go to Seattle and Vegas, which has already been announced. But there is no guarantee that expansion will 100% happen. You still need to find people to put together $8 billion for a team in Seattle, which was part of the issue in the first place as to why Seattle ended up moving. There was nobody willing to pay that amount of money to keep the team there. So Nate said Booker needs to free up. Oh, we read that one already. Yeah, so far, nothing on our bingo card. Oh, no, we had shot clock violation, 24-second violation. That's right. We also had a travel, right? Didn't we? Didn't we have a travel as well? Am I imagining that? No, we did. We had a double dribble, which is a travel. We did. I remember now. So I'm going to give it. Whether it happened or not, I'm going to give it to it. I'm going to give it to us. I'm pretty sure we had that. Then they said a Vegas team. What would they be named? I don't know. We already got the Vegas Aces in the W. The Dice? The Vegas Dice? I don't like that. I think it's a bad name. I don't know. The Devils? The Vegas Devils? We have the New Jersey Devils. Jericho Johnson, the Vegas Jacks? I don't know. That's got some mean potential. I don't know if they want to do that. K Hazy, what's up, K Hazy? The desert? Desert not bad. It is a desert down there in Nevada. Montreal said travel is a free space in my book. Whether the refs call it or not, pretty much. That's why it's on there, because it's so rarely called, it feels like, in the NBA. Colossal said Vegas FanDuelers. Yeah. We've seen all of those. DraftKings, FanDuelers. All right, here we go. We're under 3 minutes to go. Checking back in after the timeout. We have Porzingis, Pajemski, Horford, Gary Payton II, and Melton. As for the Suns, we have Booker, Jalen Green, Royce O'Neal, Kaman Maluak, the rookie, and Colin Gillespie. I like Maluak a lot. Zane said the Adam Silver is crazy. The Vegas Cyclones. Why Cyclones? What do Cyclones have to do with Vegas? A lot of Cyclones run through Vegas? Run through Nevada? All right, here we go. We're back into it. Pajemski has it up top. Gets it to Horford in the post, being guarded by Maluak. Up top to Pajemski, attacking to his right, down the lane. Pump fake, spins, leans in against Dunn. Scoop layup, can't get it to go. No foul called. Batted for the loose ball. Maluak knocks it away from Pajemski. Good effort from Maluak there. Knocks it over to Booker. Booker, a dribble pull-up three. Not sure why he's settling for three-point shots tonight. Again, the three-point shot has not been on the side this season. And a foul on Maluak battling Porzingis for that rebound. I don't love Booker settling for these pull-up threes. I don't like it. 40 scope, what's up, 40 scope? The Coyotes, not bad. Not bad. We got Coyotes. They got Coyotes down there. The Hitchhikers. I like Coyotes. Coyotes seems pretty good to me. And the Warriors are in the bonus, so that's 2 free throws for Porzingis there. The Vegas Royals. Royals not bad, Jess. Royals not bad. Jesse XP, what's up, Jess? What's up, Jesse? The Vegas Royals not bad. I like the Vegas Royals. Porzingis knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. D'Anthony Melton comes in, along with Santos. They check back into the game here. No Curry, no Green. No Draymond Green. Porzingis knocks down both free throws. Here comes Gillespie bringing it down. Gillespie up top being hounded by Pajemski. Gillespie attacking to his right. Down the lane. Ball knocked out of his hands, and it's a turnover. Great defense from Pajemski there. Horford picks up the loose ball. Hands it off to Santos. Santos over to Pajemski. Over to Melton. Right wing, no hesitation three. Way off on that one. Rebound to Maluak. Over to Booker. Booker will bring it down. Booker coming to his right. Off the O'Neal screen. Swings it out to O'Neal. O'Neal will hesitate from three and pump fake. Now he's going to double step back. Gets it over to Dunn. He'll take the lane in the paint. Euros. Kicks it out to Gillespie. A bad pass. Shovel it back to Dunn. Dunn back over to Gillespie. Pump fakes. He'll take the lane. Over to Booker. Down. Scoop layup. Got it to go. And the foul for Devin Booker. They get the old-fashioned three-point play. And that's what I want to see from Devin Booker. And great job with a beautiful cut there from Devin Booker, by the way. Gillespie caught it and attacked the lane, and instead of staying out and spacing, Devin Booker ate up the space and cut behind Porzingis, did not notice it, and he got the scoop layup to go, and then ultimately drew the foul. So now you say, we're having that tomorrow, chicken dinner tomorrow? Hopefully. Hopefully. I can't wait to see playoff Knicks basketball. It's been a week since we've seen the Knicks play, right? Last Sunday. It's going to be Saturday. It's going to be 6 days since we've seen the Knicks play. Finally. It's been a long wait. Mellon has it up top, pulls it back out. Kicks it out to Porzingis. Cross-court pass to Horford, being guarded by Malawak. Coming to his right off the screen. Ryan Dunn's going to pick him up. They get it over to Porzingis, cutting along the baseline, being guarded by Booker. Porzingis swings it out to Pregame, catches it on the run, swings it out to Santos, a left corner three for him. He misses it. Rebound, Booker, good box out on Porzingis there. O'Neal picks it up. O'Neal, cross-court pass, Gillespie, pump fakes, driving to his left, in the lane, swings it out. Ryan Dunn, left corner three, no hesitation. Can't get it to go. Rebound to Santos. Here comes Pregame. It's a 13-point game. 28-15, a minute to go in this quarter. Pregame has it on the right wing, pulls it out, being guarded by Dunn. Swings it out to Mellon, lobs it down low to Porzingis, who tried to swing it in the corner to Horford, but gets stolen by Dunn. Hit ahead to Booker. Booker, cross-court pass, O'Neal, wide open, right wing three in transition. Got it to go down. And it's a 16-point game, 28-15. 31-15, excuse me. They didn't update the score yet. Also didn't update my score. 31-15, 16-point game. Mellon up top, crosses over to his left, ball knocked out of his hands. Malawak picks it up, out to Booker. Booker, ball knocked out from behind by Santos. Santos gets it over to Porzingis. A transition three, off the back rim, can't get it to go. Long rebound, Santos picks it up, back over to Porzingis. Extra pass to Mellon. Mellon gets the airspace closed out by Malawak down the lane. Pump fake, kicks it out. Pregame, he'll put up the three, and he can't respond. Good boxing out from the Suns there, and Gillespie, he cleans up with the rebound. 15 seconds to go. They'll hold it for the final shot of the quarter. Gillespie has it up top. He's being guarded by Melton. Gillespie, looking at the clock, 7 seconds to go. Coming to his left, dancing with it. Gillespie crosses over to his right, step back, foul line, fall away jumper. Got it to go for Colin Gillespie. And it's a 17 first quarter lead. Half court heat for Pregame. Can't get it to go. Hits the top of the backboard, and that's going to end our first quarter right there in a 17-point game. Uh-oh. Could we be seeing an encore performance of game one here? Arthur Corpus, what's up, Arthur? Twilson, what's up, Twilson? Arthur said, Suns will shine if they will win. Yeah, they're looking pretty good. Montrose said, not looking good. Not looking too good here tonight. Not looking particularly good. 17-point game at the end of one. Now, I'm going to give you the same spiel I gave about the Hornets being down 17 points at the end of the first quarter. 17 points is a nice lead, but it's not an insurmountable lead, particularly early in the game like this. Especially the difference with the Hornets versus the Warriors. You have veteran championship players. You have Steph Curry, you have Draymond Green, you have Porzingis, you have Al Horford, and then you have a smattering of good role players. So it is possible that they can make that comeback happen, or this comeback happen. But man, oh man, I don't know. I don't like the way this looks. Then they said, old head's getting cooked right now. It's not looking good. Twilson said, Warriors definitely can come back. It's nothing. I wouldn't say it's nothing. They're an old team, and the perimeter shots are not falling right now. And if the perimeter shots don't fall, we just saw this with the Hornets. Like I said, the difference with the Hornets and this Warriors team is that this Warriors team is championship veteran player ridden, as opposed to the young upstart Hornets. Now, in the same vein, they are an older team, so asking them to play from behind may not be in the cards for them, but we'll see. Solo Dolo, what's up, Solo? Warriors are cooked. I wouldn't go that far either, but it's not looking good. It's not a good start. Christian Blaze said Suns win 8-0. 8-0 run 3 times that quarter. Yeah, it's not looking good. I will say Royce O'Neal hitting a 3 is good for our bingo card. Porzingis hit 1 3. I have Dylan Brooks for 20. Anything else? Got Pods for 15. He's 1 for 6 from the field tonight. That is the Pregame. That's the Pregame experience right there. Suns Jen said, didn't they play from behind last game? Yeah, but they never were down more than 12. And after they went down, or 11, after they went down like that, it never felt like it was. It just felt oftentimes like the Clippers just hit a couple of shots in a row. This feels like the Suns has built up this lead with good defense and good offense in combination. Now, to that point, Suns Gen, you're right. Like, they came back 14 down against that Clippers team. But in the same vein, that Clippers team pretty much, Garland fouled out, and they pretty much had Kawhi or nothing, and Draymond Green locked up Kawhi. This Suns team has far more options. They have Booker. They have Jalen Green. They have Dillon Brooks. They even have a version of Colin Gillespie this season, who we just saw him create a shot there. Can create a shot. So they just have far more options to attack this Warriors defense than the Clippers did, who definitely lacked the ball handlers, especially with Garland fouling out. Solo Dolo said Steph is not going to save them this time. I mean, I wouldn't put it behind him, or I wouldn't put it past him. I'm not counting on it multiple times in a row, but it's not a good start. We'll leave it at that. And we'll see how the rest of the game plays out. Montrell said the Warriors are too old to be going on run after run to come back in multiple quarters. They have to keep it close for a final push. Fair. Like I said, that's the other side of this. While they are veteran laden with, as Brooks turns it over, stolen by, I believe, Draymond there. While they are veteran laden with championship caliber players who have won multiple championships, and it's an off-ball foul in the Suns trying to chase Curry off a screen. That also comes with age. The legs may not be there after a tough competitive comeback victory against the Clippers the other night. Right? It's a quick turnaround, 1 day off. Quick turnaround to the game here tonight. Pajemski gets it into Gary Payton. Now over to Curry. Curry, pump fake, jab step, coming to his left, down the lane, leans in, scoop layup, off glass, way off. Rebound by Iguodala, out to Brooks. Here comes Dillon Brooks bringing it down the other way. Brooks up top, coming to his left, over to O'Neal. O'Neal dancing with it. Rhythm dribble, pull up three, in and out, can't get it to stay. Rebound by Guy Santos, and Santos will bring it down the other way. Santos up top being guarded by Dillon Brooks. Over to Gary Payton. Hits Pajemski cutting back door, and he knocks down the scoop layup. Beautiful set there by the Warriors. Bad defense by the Suns. Getting hit with the backdoor cut. Off the slip screen. Brooks has it up top, coming to his right, picked up by Steph Curry. Dillon Brooks waves him away. He's going to put him in the post. Got Draymond in help side there. Dillon Brooks, pass fake. Over to Iguodala, back to Brooks. A lot of time being wasted here by Brooks. He's going to just settle for the sidestep three. Can't get it to go down. Draymond Green knocks the rebound out of the air. Pajemski able to pick it up. Hit ahead to Gary Payton. Payton's going to hold it at the top of the key. Over to Draymond Green. Green gets it over to Curry. Right wing three off the screen. Put it up. Can't get it to go down. Loose ball rebound. Picked up by Gary Payton. Fending off Iguodala with one arm. Catches the rebound with the other arm. Pivots inside the lane and lays it up and in. Oliver Bate with the Bolivar. 33-19, 14-point game. Brooks has it up top, attacking to his right. Driving it down, stops, turns, spins, foul line, fall away. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Gary Payton the rebound. Gary Payton pushing it the other way. Gary Payton has it up top, being guarded by O'Neal. Gary Payton hits Draymond Green, come back door. Another slipped screen, this time by Draymond Green. That's the third time the Warriors have gotten away with that specific set. And they've scored 3 times in a row on it. And just like that, it's back to 12. There you go. Back into it. 3 straight layups for the Golden State Warriors there. Standing on money. What's up, Standing? Just that said, home court in the NBA is huge. It can be. It can be. Zane said, better that way, we better count it out. Dillon Brooks with 8. Iguodala with 4. O'Neal with 3. Dillon Brooks knocked down 2 threes, right? And then to the foul line for 2, yeah. Royce O'Neal hit a 3. Gillespie with 2. I wouldn't feel comfortable having both Green and Booker off the court at the same time. I know you can rely on Dillon Brooks the way he played this season, but with Green and Booker both healthy, I wouldn't feel super comfortable having both of them off the court for an extended period of time here. We'll see if one of them come back in after this timeout. Standing on money, Curry tried. Did you notice that? Curry tried? What do you mean? Oliver Bay said, how many games do the Thunder win against these? 4. They will win all 4. Thunder in 3, said Zane. The 7-game series. So the first team to win 4 wins the series, Oliver. Mr. Nixon. What's up, Mr. Nixon? Looking forward to the Knicks tomorrow. Me too, brother. Me too. It's been too long. It's been far too long. We need to get back to our Knicks coverage, man. I can't wait for it. I think the plan right now is to cover the first 3 games. So we can take a look at it. The schedule tomorrow. Hornets Magic. What did that end at? 121-90. 31-point beatdown. My goodness. Paolo ended up with 25. He didn't even get to 30. Ron didn't even get to 20. So, yeah, nothing else on our bingo card completed. So, didn't matter. Didn't matter anyway. All right, enough with that. Let's check out the NBA slate for tomorrow. Ronald McPaul with LeBron. Warriors had a home court versus the Clippers. Did they? No. That game was in LA. That game was with the Clippers. Oliver said Kawhi to the Warriors possible? Probably not. I think Kawhi stays there with the Clippers, brother. So tomorrow's NBA slate. Keith said, do you have a box with Draymond putting someone in a chokehold? My cell phone screen is tiny, I can't see. No. The closest thing I have to that, though, Keith, is a technical foul. And I feel like that feels like a lock with both Dillon Brooks and Draymond Green in the game today. Same thing when he said tired. Got you. Tired. Gotcha, brother. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he is. He's a million years old, and he's got a bad knee. He's got runner's knee or jumper's knee or whatever it's called. All right, so tomorrow's slate, Saturday slate, game start at 1 p.m. We have Raptors versus Cavs. Not the greatest game to start with, but they're getting this one out of the way early, right? Probably the worst one. Worst game of tomorrow. Well, late night game is Rockets versus Lakers. So obviously, my favorite team is the Knicks. Most of you guys know this. We will be covering the Knicks game. So that is a definite game we are covering. We're also going to be covering Timberwolves Nuggets right before it, because that is an important game to cover. And I think we're going to start it properly and start it with the first game of the night with Raptors Cavs. We'll see if we go for the 4-for-4 and cover Rockets Lakers at the end of the night. We'll see how we're feeling. But I think right now we have 3 games definitely on the slate with a possible 4th. Gillespie can't knock down the left wing threes. We're out of the timeout. Here we go. Get back into it. 33-21, ball back to the Warriors, and they're bringing it down the other way. Podziemski has it up top, being guarded by Jalen Green. They swing it over to Draymond Green. Draymond coming to his right at the Curry screen, putting his head down, attacking, tries to lob it down low, and gets picked off by Goodwin. A bad pass from Draymond Green, and Goodwin will bring it down the other way. Hit ahead to Gillespie. Gillespie stops over to Goodwin. Goodwin up top. Down low to Iguodala against Curry. Drop step, two-handed slam for Iguodala. What a big man move right there for Oso Iguodala. 9 minutes to go here. User, what's up, user? Curry gets it over to Podziemski. Podziemski coming to his left off the Santos screen. They lob it down low to Santos. He gets the layup. Jeez. Again, another slip screen pass. They swing it over to Draymond. Santos slips the screen after setting it for Curry. Obviously, everybody's going to overreact to Curry as you need to. And everybody knows to slip that screen, go to the rim, and Draymond Green's excellent at hitting it. They get another one out of it. Iguodala up top, ball knocked out of his hands. Hands it off to Brooks. Brooks coming to his left. By the way, exactly what I said happened. They brought Jalen Green back in the game. Kicks it out to an open Jordan Goodwin, right corner 3, can't get it to go. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Gillespie picks it up. Over to Green. Over to Brooks. Pump fake, sets himself. Left corner 3, comes up short. Rebound by Draymond Green. And it's a loose ball foul on Draymond and the Warriors. User said anyone here is going to lose a bet and then go smoke some? That's crazy, user. Zane said, slap some Bengay on that knee, Steph, and get out. He's going out sad right now. He's got 2 points on 1 for 4 shooting. The game just started, guys. Durston said, I'll forgive you if you don't cover my Rockets. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling, Durston. We'll see. It is the last game of the night. Iguodala gets it over to Green. Jalen Green on the left wing, coming to his right, off the screen, picks up his handle over to Dillon Brooks. Brooks on the right wing, dance with it against Draymond Green. Down the lane to his left, little fall-away jumper over him. In and out, can't get it to stay. Rebound by D'Anthony Melton, and Melton will bring it out. Melton on the left wing, picked up by Gillespie. D'Anthony Melton. Attacking to his left after he pulled it out. In the lane against Gillespie. Floater, can't get it to go. Loose ball rebound, picked up by Melton. Melton in the lane, goes back up, fouled. And he's going to go to the foul line for 2. Thurston, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Zane said he needs that sarcophagus that players are using when they're benched. What? For the knees? I don't think sarcophagus is the right word. Standing on the money, he said, I wanted Curry to ball, but Curry is lazy. I don't think lazy is the correct word to use there, brother. Zane said, for the knees, Luka had it. I don't think sarcophagus is the right word, Zane. I think I know what you're talking about, but he looked like a mummy in the finals. Oh, the gauze. The gauze wraps? The gauze. Gauze. G-A-U-Z. Right? Gauze wrap? Wrapped up. Yeah, he was wrapped up like a mummy, for sure. Melton knocks down both free throws, so it's a 10-point game. Jalen Green off the screen, a pull-up 3, comes up well short. Rebound to Horford. Here comes D'Anthony Melton. Melton bringing it down. He has it up top, being guarded by Green. Gets it over to Gary Payton, being guarded by Booker, who just subbed back in. Booker. Suns got their starting 5 back out there. Over to Horford. Horford in the post, being guarded by Dillon Brooks. Spins to his right, taking the baseline. Layup. Got it to go. Big man move by old man Al Horford right there. Digging into his bag, and it's back to a single-digit game. 8-point game. 12-2 run for the Warriors over the last 4 minutes here. Booker tried to lob it down low to Goodwin, who was slipping the screen after Booker saw the double team. They call the foul on the Warriors. But Jemski doesn't like it. Foong Pace and mummies in sarcophagi, you say. Pretty much. Goodwin will inbound it here for the Suns. Goodwin throws it to nobody. What is that pass? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Ball's going to go back to the Warriors here on just a miscommunication between Goodwin and Dillon Brooks. Goodwin just threw it over the head of him on the inbound. Terrible, terrible play. Horford hands it off to Melton. Melton down the lane. Gets blocked by Jalen Green on the loose ball, knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay here with the Warriors. 14 on the shot clock. They said, knees gonna need life alert soon. Yeah, man, he's old. He's old. Steph Curry, what, 38, 37, 38, something like that. They get it into Pajemski up top, tagging to his right against Goodwin. Step back, pump fake. Good defense from Goodwin not to go for it. Over to Melton, over to Porzingis. Porzingis up top, being guarded by, is that Hayward Highsmith? Highsmith knocks the ball loose. Jalen Green picks up the loose ball. He's going to go the other way for the big one-handed hammer to give them a 10-point lead again. There you go. That is Hayward Highsmith, right? That is Hayward Highsmith. All right. I don't think I've ever seen Hayward Highsmith play here for the Suns. I know they picked him up at the deadline there, but Gary Payton gets it into Horford in the post, being guarded by Booker, backing him down, backing him down, backing him down. Sees a double team inside the Gary Payton. Layup, got it to go. Nice pass from Horford. Nice positioning there from Gary Payton. Nice finish. Dancing around this 10-point game right now. Booker has it, sees a double team, gets caught in the air, saves it over to Goodwin. Goodwin inside to Highsmith. Highsmith kicks it out to Jalen Green, a wide open straightaway 3, and he knocks it down, nothing but net. Jalen Green's been very good here tonight so far. He has 11 points on 3 for 6 shooting. Is that what it is? Or 4 for 7 shooting after that made 3. Pajemski has it up top, being guarded by Goodwin. Coming to his right. Highsmith switches onto him. Pajemski tries to get over to Porzingis. Goodwin jumped the passing lane. Porzingis able to pick it up. Swings it up top to Horford. Extra pass to Pajemski. Euros down the lane. Throws up the fall-away floater. Rattles it in, but it pops out halfway down. But here comes Jordan Goodwin bringing it down the other way. Goodwin over to Brooks. Brooks going to attack Horford down the lane in the paint. Layup, can't get it to go. Goodwin right there for the putback. And the foul for Goodwin. A possible 3-point play. What a finish. 42-29. Fear the Deer said, hey, Green needs more blocks. I do have Green up here on a bingo card for stocks overall. Stocks and steals. Stocks and steals and blocks combined for stocks. So we have a putback by Jordan Goodwin, and he was fouled. He's going to go to the foul line for one more. Can possibly give them a 14-point lead here. Building it back. So now he said, Steph goated, still none to prove. I mean, winning that first game is just vintage Steph Curry. This game, they're old. This is the version of the Warriors that I expected to play against the Clippers, but they had a very vintage Warriors-esque performance. You know, they turned the clock back just for that game. We'll see if they can do it again here tonight, but it's not looking particularly good. The Suns just out muscling them. Pretty reminiscent of what happened in that Hornets game. The difference is that this is a more veteran-laden Warriors team, so I don't expect them to go out as sad as the Hornets did. Standing on Money said, I think Curry will make the new league, to be honest. Like the new NBA. I don't know what the new NBA is, brother. I don't know what that means. Zane said, yeah, Warriors can still pull nefarious duns. I mean, you can dig down deep and pull out a vintage performance like that every now and again. The problem, the reason why Curry isn't going to make an All-NBA team, apart from games played, but the reason why he's not in those conversations anymore, where he's not in the conversation for one of the 5 or maybe even 10, well, he's in the conversation for 10, one of the 5 best players in the league anymore, is because he's old. Father Time's undefeated. The only guy who's given Father Time a run for his money is LeBron. That's it. Everyone else getting smacked up. Curry included right now. MBM said pace is not in Golden State's favor. Let me think about that. You might be right. You might be right about that. I haven't really thought about it. I would say that the Suns are controlling the pace. The pace is definitely there. Definitely how they want to play right now. So yeah, you're right. You're right. After thinking about it, you're right. Fear the Deer said, if Green gets one more block, you can check off 3 blocks. Oh, any player with 3 blocks, yeah. Jalen Green, right? Jalen Green's got multiple blocks in this game, doesn't he? Let's pull up the box score. Not Draymond. Draymond's got a steal. Jalen Green. Yeah, he's got 2 blocks, Jalen Green. Yeah, I definitely didn't expect Jalen Green to be the one with possibly 3 blocks here tonight. I initially had Porzingis for 3 blocks, and then I was like, nah, just make it any player, right? Just make it any player. And if Jalen Green ends up with it, I'll be happy that I did that. Fear the Deer said, is it a timeout? It is indeed a timeout. We just came back from it, though, so we're going to be checking back in now. So we have 5:20 to go here in the second quarter. We have a 13-point lead for the Suns. Jordan Goodwin coming out of the timeout has 1 free throw to shoot here. Zane said El Bingo game. I don't know. I still feel pretty good about our bingo card here. Goodwin knocks down his and 1 free throw. 14-point game, 5:20 to go. Here comes Pajemski, bringing it down against Goodwin. Pajemski has it up top. Tries to get it over to Gary Payne. Ooh, Jalen Green jumped the passing lane, almost got it, but he didn't. They get it down now to Horford in the mid post. Being guarded by Highsmith, backing him down. Drop step, floater off glass, can't get it to go. Rebound by Devin Booker. Booker pushing it the other way. Booker driving it down to his left, hesitates, stops, pulls it out, spins, kicks it out to Brooks. Dillon Brooks up top. Pajemski switched on to him, driving to his left, inside pass to Jordan Goodwin, and a bad pass from Dillon Brooks ends up in a turnover. You got to be more careful with the ball, Phoenix. Jordan Goodwin and Dillon Brooks just kind of throwing the ball all over the place. Mighty Montreal said, Warriors play fast in the half-court set. A lot of screens, backdoors, constant movement. But you get them running full court, and those old knees suffer. Great point, Montreal. It's a great point. Absolutely agree. Once they're in the half court, they like to play pretty fast, right? Snappy ball movement, cutting, and movement off ball, where they don't really want to play on the fast break or in transition too much. Guy Santos in the post, getting muscled up, loses the handle on the ball, looking for the foul, doesn't get it, turnover, ball back to the Suns here. It's a great point. It's a great point, Montreal. Here comes Gillespie and the Suns bringing it down. Oh, I don't even have this up for you guys. My bad. There we go. They hand it off to Booker, coming to his right. Booker pulls it out on the right wing, being guarded by Horford, attacking to his left in the paint. Scoop layup, smokes it. Devin Booker doing a little too much here tonight. They went for the steal in the backcourt to 4-on-2. Suns do a pretty good job of getting back on defense, but Bajemski ends up with a wide open left 23, and he knocks it down. A big-time shot for Bajemski. They needed it. 32-43, 11-point game. Jalen Green up top, attacking to his left. Down the lane, kicks it out. Highsmith steps behind the three-point line. A right corner three, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Ball knocked loose, and Melton able to pick it up. D'Anthony Melton bringing it down the other way, pushing the pace, putting his head down, attacking in the lane. Kicks it out to Gary Payton. Extra pass to Bajemski. Bajemski draws the foul. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Brandon Bajemski leading the way here. Daniel Dash. What's up, Daniel Dash? Charlotte got smashed, 56 points in the paint. Yep. It was not close at any point. At any point did they make a comeback. They went down double figures, and it didn't get any closer after that. Bajemski knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. We have O'Neal and Gillespie for 5 threes, and so far, Royce O'Neal is the only one who has hit 1 3. Nothing from Gillespie so far. He did knock down the mid-range jumper, but that was it. We got 3:50 to go. Bajemski misses the second free throw, though. Splits the pair. Here comes Dylan Brooks, bringing it down the other way. Brooks has it up top. Gets it over to Gillespie. Gillespie, being guarded by Bajemski. Pulls it out. Coming to his right. Driving it down. Swings it up top to Brooks. Brooks dances with it against Santos. To his left. Down the lane. Throws up the floater. Got it to go, but they wave it off, and they call an offensive foul on Dylan Brooks. That's 3. That's 3 fouls on Dylan Brooks. Uh-oh. MBM said Golden State has heart of a warrior, won't give up easily. Nah, for sure. I mean, we've talked about it. They could indeed come back. I don't expect them to go out as sad as the Hornets do. They're gonna fight. They're gonna make this close. And the Phoenix Suns have been so inconsistent. Are they getting a challenge here? We're getting a challenge here. Okay. D, what's up, D? Brooks running away from rebounds. He does have 0 rebounds here so far, which is not great. We're going to get a challenge here on the offensive foul on Dylan Brooks. I think it was a little bit of a flop from Guy Santos. From Guy Santos, right? I think that's it. Guy Santos. But he did bring up the off arm there. We'll see if they call it marginal contact or not. We literally haven't heard the term marginal contact since the beginning of the season. Suns Gen said Jordan Goodwin is who Steve Kerr thinks Gary Payton II is. John Hollinger. Rose said, who is Brooks guarding? Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks has vacillated against multiple offensive players today. He's guarded Draymond Green. He's guarding Bajemski. He's guarded Horford. He's guarded Santos. He's guarded pretty much everybody except for Steph Curry. Now, obviously, he's been switched on Steph Curry in a couple of possessions, but he has been matched up primarily with literally everybody else on the court other than Curry here tonight. And that's an offensive foul on Dylan Brooks. Not a good challenge here from Jordan Alt and the Suns. The off arm came up and hit Santos in the face. That's an offensive foul 10 times out of 10. It's not on purpose. It's incidental contact, but you can't bring the off arm up and hit a guy in the face. Fear of the Deer said failed challenge. I expect it to be. We'll see. Unsuccessful challenge, failed challenge. It's another thing on the bingo card. Rose said, why would you have Green with 25? Think about it, Rose. There's 2 Greens in this game. Whether it's Draymond Green or Jalen Green, Either one of them can go off for 25. Obviously, I made it in the idea that Jalen Green could score 25. He had 35 or whatever it was the other night. So that's why I have Jalen Green there. It's Jalen Green, not Draymond Green. But that is a failed challenge. It's a failed challenge for the Suns. Crandon said Jalen Green more likely to score 24. Here we go. Failed challenge. Warriors have the ball. Curry up top, being guarded by Goodwin. Coming to his left. Gillespie switches onto him. Step back, mid-range, fall away. Curry comes up short. Rebound by Santos. Can't get the putback. Looking for the foul. Doesn't get it. Rebound by Iguodala. Here comes O'Neal. Hands it off to Iguodala. Tries to swing it out to Gillespie. Curry read it all the way. Picked up the steal. Steps behind the three-point line in transition. The three got it to go down. Steph Curry. Pulling it back to 7. Booker gets it over to O'Neal. O'Neal can't respond with a 3. Iguodala knocks the rebound loose. Curry hit ahead to Santos. Beats Booker down the court. Pump fake layup. Got it to go for Guy Santos. And just like that, we're in a 5-point game, baby. 9-0 run for the Warriors, led by Steph Curry. Here comes Gillespie bringing it down. Gillespie coming to his right. He's going to stop, pump fake, slips it inside to Iguodala, who gets fouled by Pregame. So Iguodala will go to the foul line for 2 free throws here. So Iguodala's at the foul line for 2 free throws. Rattles in the first one. Crandon said this is exactly what the Clippers did and let them come back. I mean, I wouldn't phrase it as let them come back. The Warriors are making plays and making the comeback, but yeah, the Suns have had multiple opportunities here to continue to extend the lead. A couple of open looks, a couple of open layups, as Iguodala knocks down both free throws, and haven't converted on them, and it's going to bite them in the butt. They have Steph Curry on the other side. He's knocked down 1-3. He's got one going. Green hits Pregame, cutting back door, lefty layup, got it to go down. Another beautiful slip screen from the Warriors ran there. Green hits Pregame, cutting back door. Booker crosses over in the lane, gets fouled. Gets ran into by Guy Santos. He's going to shoot 2 free throws here. Booker at the foul line, knocks down the first free throw. He's got one more coming. Crandon said I call him Glee Santos. MEM said Phoenix let go of the rope. I mean, he's still at the foul line, pushes it up to 6. He has one more coming, push it up to 7. Booker knocks down both. D'Anthony Melton bringing it down. Hands it off to Pregame. Pregame being guarded by Booker. Driving it down in the lane. And it's a foul on Devin Booker. Devin Booker can't believe the call, but he tripped him up. I hate when players argue fouls that they obviously called. It's an A. Here come the Warriors. 7-point game. 7-point game. Crandon said Pods carrying is crazy work. It's been Pods, Green, and Curry. It's been most of the carry job tonight. Pods with 10. Curry with 5. 2 and 3, though. Curry making plays out there. Draymond with 4, 2 and 2. He's making plays as well. Also, very good defense on Devin Booker here tonight. They get it into Green. Hands it off to Curry. Swings through to his left. Down the lane. In the paint. Kicks it out. Horford open left corner 3. He loves those. Can't get that to go. Pregame comes flying in for the tip. Brandon Pregame. Incredible game so far. Booker tries to get it out. O'Neal picks it up. Ball was knocked loose, so he goes in the backcourt to pick it up. They hand it off to Booker. Coming to his right off the O'Neal screen. Booker picks up his handle. Got nowhere to go. Hands it off to Gillespie. Gillespie on the right wing, being guarded by Curry. Gillespie steps back, crosses over to his right. Curry almost picked his pocket. He picks up the loose ball to kick it out. O'Neal, the open 3. Shot clock buzzer off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Knocked out of the air by the Suns. It's going to go back to the Warriors. 5-point game. Zane said, we may have a classic on our hands. It's definitely not trending towards a blowout. Warriors finding the seams in this Suns defense that kind of puzzled them in that first quarter. Here comes Steph Curry bringing it down. Curry being guarded by Goodwin. Coming to his right. Jalen Green picks him up. Sees a double team, but a foul is called. Off ball. Some hand checking. Some grabbing and holding. So Draymond Green, because they're in the bonus. Both teams in the bonus for the final minute of the quarter here. 2 free throws for Draymond. Draymond is an okay free throw shooter. He misses the first one. He could give us our 2 consecutive missed free throws, man. He can give it to us. Here we go. MBM said Golden State closes the half with confidence. They are indeed. Green does at least knock down the second free throw for the Warriors here. And it is a 4-point game, 47-43, 1 minute to go. Here we go. Booker up top, sees the double team, over to O'Neal, back to Booker. Booker coming to his right, picked up by Pajemski. Booker dancing with it, crosses over to his right, leans in, pump fakes. Inside pass to Iguodala, the floater comes up short, rebounded by Curry, and Curry pushing the other way. Curry up top, stops, hesitates, crosses over, down the lane, loses his balance, kicks it out. Horford, a right wing 3, comes up short. Rebound, O'Neal knocked out of his hands. Iguodala picks it up. Quick outlet to Booker. Booker bringing it down. Booker has it up top. Going to wind down a little bit of clock. Doesn't want to go too early here. Booker waving away Jalen Green. He's got one-on-one against Melton. Gets to the mid-range, a pull-up jumper. Too strong, can't get it to go. Rebound by Curry. Devin Booker continues to throw up yet another stinker here tonight. Steph Curry bringing it down. He has it up top. Curry dancing with it. Crosses over to his right. Driving it down. Leans in. Off bounds. Flips it up. Can't get it to go down, but he draws the foul on Iguodala. And Curry will go to the foul line for 2. And we got 20 seconds to go. MEM said coaching matters. It does indeed. Curry with a little limp to him. Took the hard fall. MEM said Golden State coach is the real deal. We will see. We will see what happens. We've seen Steve Kerr coach this team with no Steph Curry, and the team look awful. This team is almost entirely Steph Curry. Can he coach a team not led by Steph Curry? We will see. Steph Curry's time in the league is, at this point, very limited. Ahmed, what's up, Ahmed? Crandon said, Suns getting cooked by Tide Pods. A little bit. Got 12 points. It's taking 11 shots to get there, but 12 points is 12 points, especially in an elimination game here tonight. Curry knocks down the first one. He's got another one coming. Curry goes 2-2 from the foul line. It's a 2-point game. 47-44. 20 seconds to go. Jalen Green bringing it down. He has it up top. Being guarded by DeAnthony Melton. Green coming to his right. Pulls it out. Dancing with it. Coming to his left. Off the Dylan Brooks screen. Jalen Green step back. Left corner 3. Heaves it up there. Got it to go down. Terrible shot. He got it to go down anyway. That's what Jalen Green does. To get it into Draymond Green, he's going to throw up the 3/4 court heave. It's not even close. It goes over the backboard. And that's going to end our first half of our double header coverage here tonight. And the first half of our second game. Okay. So they said last person I thought would cook besides the actual chef. Brandon Podziemski's hooping tonight. Like I said, 12 points on 11 shot attempts is not great. But today said, see, optimism. We're hooping. 50-45 at the end of our second quarter here. Dylan Brooks with 3 fouls is not what you want to see as a Suns fan. Devin Booker throwing up a mini stinker is not what you want to see as a Suns fan. Jalen Green bailing you out again is nice. And I don't want to say you don't necessarily want to see that, but it does not bode well, as it did not bode well for the Phoenix Suns when they took on the Blazers. Jalen Green could not win that. They needed Devin Booker, and he didn't show up when they needed him. Daniel Dash said Steph Curry has 4 championship rings. He did a pick lately with all 4 in his left hand. Yeah, we know. We were there, brother. We were all there. Zane said, y'all still in there? They're still in there. NBA playoffs start in 24 minutes? 12-ish hours. Like 13 hours. 13 hours playoff start. 14 hours. 14 hours. We will be live in 14 hours. So get your rest in. Get your sleep in. Parminder, what's up, Parminder? What happened to Porzingis? What is he not playing? Porzingis has not played well today. He doesn't particularly match up too well with this Suns team. Suns Gen said Villain playing like he still got that hospital gown on under his jersey. Nobody for the Suns has particularly played too well outside of Jalen Green. It's been a lot of Jalen Green. He's got 14 first half points here. Ned said, worried about Horford catching fire again? You should always be worried about Al Horford catching fire. That's what Al Horford does. All right, let's take a look at the box score here. Then we'll take a look at our bingo card. This is the Warriors side. Podziemski leading the way with 12. Curry right behind them with 7. You got 6 from Santos, 5 from Porzingis. Played 11 minutes. 1 for 3 from the field for Porzingis. He knocked down 1 3. And that's about it. He's a minus 16. And that matches the eye test. By the way, we're also at halftime. This is our last halftime sponsor for our guys over at the Jazz Destroyers. So make it worth it. Go ahead and check them out. This is the last time. Obviously, if we see him in the chat, we'll always shout him out and send people over their way. But this is the last time. This is the last sponsorship they paid for the regular season. The playoffs are a different animal. Shout out our guys over at Get Off My Lawn Records for sponsoring the remainder of the regular season when they signed on. I think it was like the final 20 games for the Knicks. So we covered 6 games a week. So we gave them about 50 to 60 shout-outs up to this point. Shout out our guys over at Get Off My Lawn Records, man. Go to their YouTube channels, subscribe to them. Get Off My Lawn Records and the Jazz Destroyers have separate YouTube channels. Go ahead, check them out, subscribe to them. Also go to their website, getoffmylawnrecords.com. Sign up for their mailing list where you can be notified whenever they themselves or any of their music representatives drop new music. You could also reach out to them if you're musically inclined in any way. Reach out to them and they could definitely help you out or at worst point you in the right direction. And they were also very generous enough to give us a 20% discount code over at bandcamp.com. So go to bandcamp.com, use promo code Sheffy upon checkout. It is site-wide, so I appreciate them for that. Thank you, guys. Daniel Dash said, Blazers beat the Suns. Not the Suns were bad. They were good. Came back from 14, led by 10. Through Denny, Drew, took over the Blazers, missed 11. Yeah, I mean, that could happen, very well happen tonight. It's a 5-point game. In that game, Jalen Green was going off. He had 30. He ended up with 35 points. Devin Booker only ended up, I believe, like 20 or something like that, 19, 18, something like that. It wasn't a good game from Devin Booker at all. He took 17 shots as opposed to Jalen Green. He took 29, but that was because Jalen Green was going off. Devin Booker, I don't love the way he's playing. I don't love his process. I don't know what the mindset is. I don't know what the game plan is. If it's part of the game plan is why he's playing that way. I don't love it, though. I don't love it. I know he's a plus 13. That's great. He does have 3 boards and 3 assists. He's being more of a facilitator. I guess in this scenario, he's more of the point guard. But I don't want Devin Booker to be my point guard. I want Devin Booker to be my go-to scorer. I want him to be my number 1 option. I don't want him to have to worry about, let me make sure Dylan Brooks gets his shots. Let me make sure that Goodwin gets a couple of shots. Let me make sure that Green gets a couple of shots. Let me make sure I feed the big man Iguodala or the big man. I don't want that for Devin Booker. I want him to go get his, right? And he's 2 for 7 from the field tonight. He's taken less shots than both Brooks and Green. Now I get it. He has Draymond Green guarding him, and he sees a double team almost every time he touches the ball. But he's 0 for 3 from three-point range on 3 3-point shots that I don't love. They're not in rhythm. They're not off a ball movement. They're off the dribble, coming off of screens. And he's been a poor 3-point shooter this season. Right? I know when we think of Devin Booker, we typically think of him as like, oh, yeah, he's a shooter. But this season, his 3-point percentage has dropped all the way down to like 32, 33% this year for Devin Booker from 3-point range. That's not good. He was 33 last year, 36 the year before that. He's never been over 40, and it's not a part of his game that has really developed that well. It takes 6 a game still, but at 33%, I don't love him settling for that shot. And again, I know he's got Draymond Green on him, so I know he's probably thinking, oh, I got space coming off the screen, let me let it fly. But I would prefer him to run actions, whether he's off ball or on ball, coming off of screens, working off of screens, again, whether on ball or off ball, to try and get switches where he can then attack out of the post in that regard. But I don't love the process that Devin Booker has played with here tonight. Zane said, Booker looking like a librarian right now. Crandon said, I think Flag will be a good player. Yeah, I think Flag is... I'll take you one further, brother. I think Flag could develop into an MVP level player. Could. He's got that kind of potential. You don't score 50 points in multiple 40-point games as a rookie, not have that kind of potential. Crandon said, Booker decline has been steep the last 2 years. Yeah, that three-point shooting is troubling. It is troubling. He is also down in scoring, down to 26 points per game. Now, it's not a big drop. He was career high at 28 points per game, 22-23. Was that the year they made the finals run? I believe so, yeah. It was 53 games played. That was the shortened season, so. I don't love the season Devin Booker's had at all. At all. The assist numbers, what is the assist numbers looking at? 6 assists this year as opposed to 7 last year, 7 the year before that as well. I think the lack of a point guard has really hurt Devin Booker. He needs a guy to get him the ball in an area of the court that he needs it. And instead, he's the guy getting other people the ball in the area of the court that they need it. So, I don't love that for him. Sons Jen said he's almost 30. He's not going to improve. It's not about improving. It's just maintaining. And I think it's about, to me, it's no coincidence that the three-point percentage has kind of fallen off a cliff since the departure of Chris Paul, because they haven't had a point guard since Chris Paul. Even just a serviceable point guard, a ball-handling point guard. Even Gillespie, who is a point guard, but he's not a natural point guard, that has a decent enough handle that can get him the ball in an area of the court that helps him out. But it's not a coincidence to me that since the departure of Chris Paul, obviously they had to move Devin Booker over to, they didn't have to, but they moved Devin Booker over to point guard. They brought in KD, they brought in Bradley Beal. They essentially were like, okay, Devin Booker, you're the point guard, and you're going to be feeding Bradley Beal and Kevin Durant. So it's not a coincidence to me that his overall efficiency has really struggled. Again, he went from almost 50% from the field, 49% 2 years in a row, 49.4, 49.2, down to 46, and now down to 45.5. It's, it coincides with them moving off of Chris Paul, which made sense at the time, but them moving off of Chris Paul and never finding a point guard replacement. You got to find a point guard replacement. And to Sun's Gen point, he's hitting 30 now. He's hitting 30. He's no spring chicken. He's not getting younger. Right? To have him in a position where as he's getting older, putting more responsibility on his shoulders is a little crazy. It should be going the other way. Fear the Deer said Jalen Green next year will be starting point guard. I don't know if you want Jalen Green as your point guard, brother. I'll tell you that. You want Jalen Green shooting shots. That's what you want. Standing on money said, I wish CP went to the Spurs instead of Fox. Brother, he did go to the Spurs. What are you talking about? Crandon said, maybe Austin Reeves to Phoenix. I don't think the Lakers, who have already kind of made it publicly known that they're going to be moving off of LeBron, will be moving off of Austin Reeves anytime soon. Also, Austin Reeves does, well, I guess he does. He's a much better ball handler and distributor and passer than Jalen Green is. But this block has said Jaylen Brown for Booker. Why would the Celtics do that? Jaylen Brown is way better than Devin Booker right now. Mindset John. What's up, Mindset John? How's it going, brother? What's the deal with this basketball game tonight? Are you ready for our Knicks game tomorrow? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Really can't wait for the Knicks game tomorrow. I've been drained of energy with the lack of Knicks. Our Knicks give me energy, man. They give me energy. Incredibly fun to watch, and I miss them. I miss them dearly. So Nate said KD ruined the Suns. I mean, the new owner ruined the Suns, but yeah. I think ultimately, I was going to say ultimately trading Mikal Bridges from that team and moving on was kind of the death nail of that run, obviously, moving on from that core. But you knew you had to move off at Ayton at some point. You made the swing. You traded Kevin Durant and Cam Johnson for Kevin Durant. And, I think everybody at the time felt like that was a pretty good trade. But, I think it was well, it's not like he gave up a ton for Devin Booker. It was kind of free, so it makes sense. But, didn't work out. You swung and you missed. Sometimes that's all you can do. Tiz said if they can trade Luka for AD, what's the problem? Problem is there was only one Nico Harrison in the world who thought it was a good idea. The problem is that only one person in the world thought that was a good idea, and they just happened to, at the time, be working for the Dallas Mavericks. So, Fear the Deer said, you doing all the games tomorrow? As of right now, that's the plan, Fear the Deer. We'll see how tomorrow goes. Right? I'll hold on to the right to possibly cancel any games if the energy starts fading from me. Right? The last thing I want to do is force myself to do a game in which I know I'm doing a bad job of doing. Right? Like, I don't want to be here and be like, oh, yeah, let's go, guys. Let's do the next game. Like, if I know if I don't have the energy, I'm not going to feign the energy and try and do it. We'll figure it out. The problem with the games tomorrow, there's 4 games. I have them set up, planned out, and ready to go. The only thing left I have to do is make the bingo cards. But the problem with the games tomorrow is there's no break in between any of them. It's game after game after game after game. So it's going to be tough to do all of them. And the Knicks are smack dab in the middle. The 2 best games are smack dab in the middle. So I don't want to miss the starting of the playoffs and miss the first game. So if anything, we're going to be doing 3 games in a row, which is a lot, right? Let me bring it up. The Toronto Raptors are playing the Cleveland Cavaliers, obviously, first. That is a 1 p.m. start time game, so we'll be live at 12:30. And then we have the Timberwolves versus Nuggets, which could be the best first-round matchup. The best first-round matchup in the league during the playoffs. And then we obviously have our Knicks game, which we're doing, no questions asked. And then we have the Rockets-Lakers rounding out the night. Now, with no Luka and no Austin Reeves, and it's LeBron versus KD, and, there's no Fred VanVleet and no Steven Adams, obviously, who've missed majority of the season, if not the entirety of the season for the Rockets here. Like, these are 2 hampered, injured teams battling it out. So they're kind of on similar playing field. But, you got 41-year-old LeBron taking on 38-year-old Kevin Durant. For old time's sakes, maybe we tune in for game 1. But again, I know this Knicks game, unless it's a Knicks blowout, is going to take a ton of energy from me. And we're going to have 2 games leading into this one. So we got to make sure we got the energy for the Knicks game, of course. And we'll see how we're feeling. If we're feeling good and we're ready to go, then we're doing Rockets-Lakers. If not, we'll end it with Knicks-Hawks. Randy, what's up, Randy? Christian Blaze said, if Atlanta wins game 1, you're not going to want to do the last game. Pretty much. Which is why I'm holding the right to cancel Rockets-Lakers. But as of right now, I'll plan out all 4 games. We'll be ready for it. Crandon said, playoffs, anything can happen. Teams can't overlook anyone. Don't show up like the Hornets do. Yeah, I mean, the Knicks, the Knicks have been here before. The Hornets haven't. So, all these teams have. The only team that could possibly maybe not show up and not be prepared. Not show up and not be prepared is the Toronto Raptors. The Cavs have been here. They know what it takes. Timberwolves, Nuggets, we know they know what it takes. This is the 3rd time they're meeting in the playoffs in 3 years. The Knicks have been there. The Hawks haven't. For the most part, most of their players haven't. Nikhil Alexander-Walker has, CJ McCollum has, but a lot of those other guys haven't. And then you got Rockets-Lakers, which is filled with nothing but old veteran guys who have been there. So I think tomorrow we'll have a pretty good slate of games. Just that said, end buffet, officially 4 games. We'll schedule out the 4 games, and hopefully we can do them all. Randy said, Atlanta really though, that it was better for them to play the Knicks than the Cavs. They're saying they chose us. They did choose us because they sat everybody at the end. They could have won that game and ensured that they played the Cavs, but instead they sat all of their guys, all of their rotation players, and made sure that they lost the game so that they can play the Knicks in the first round. It is what it is. It is what it is. Go and win your series. None of that really matters to me. Daniel Dash said, it's a long 6 weeks or so if you're doing 3 to 4 games a day. I've got my Chicago Bulls cap on. Now Charlotte Hornets is on the show. All right, here we go. Start of the second half. That was quick. It was a quick halftime, it felt like. All right, here we go. Set ourselves back up. Boom. Iguodala hands it off to Jalen Green. What do you got for us, Warriors? Because it feels like the Phoenix Suns, for the most part, have controlled this one, but the Suns have, the Warriors have been very feisty. Brooks, pump fake, steps through, down the lane, wild scoop layup, can't get it to go. But Iguodala right there for the tip up and in. And just like that, we're back to 7. Start of the second half. Pajemski has it up top, being guarded by Dillon Brooks. Gets it over to Santos. Guy Santos, being guarded by Devin Booker. Coming to his right. Crossing back over to his left, hands it off to Curry. He just turns and fires straight away, well short. Rebounds Kareem's to Pajemski, kicks out to Draymond Green, back to Pajemski. Driving to his left, down the lane, scoop play with the left hand. Got it to go down for Brandon Pajemski, who continues to be in attack mode here tonight. Big time game from him. Booker hands it off to Goodwin. Goodwin back to Booker. Booker coming to his left, has it in the left corner. Sidestep left corner 3 for Booker, well short. Iguodala knocks it in the air. Didn't know where it was, but he's able to pick it back up. Dillon Brooks on the right wing, over to Jalen Green. A straightaway 3 for Green. Misses it. Rebound to Pajemski. Pajemski. Then over to Porzingis. Porzingis back to Pajemski. He'll bring it down. Pajemski has it up top. Being guarded by Goodwin. Pajemski gets it over to Porzingis on the right wing. Picks up his handle. Got nowhere to go. Took 2 dribbles. He's got nowhere to go. Great ball denial from the Suns here. They finally find it out to Pajemski. Attacking the lane. Foul line. High floater. The shot clock expired. Can't get it to go. Jalen Green skies for a rebound. Still 5-point game. 52-47. Green up top. Over the top pass. Dillon Brooks. Inside pass to Iguodala in the paint. Lefty layup. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Goodwin able to pick up the loose ball and lay it up and in. Good effort from Goodwin there. And Porzingis looks like he's a step slow tonight. Not what the Warriors needed. Porzingis on the left wing. Inside to Draymond Green. Being guarded by Goodwin. Green inside to Porzingis. Ball knocked out of his hands. Loose ball. Suns diving for it out of bounds, but they can't save it. It's going to stay here with the Warriors at least, and they have 11 on their shot clock. (47-54). 7-point lead for the Suns here. Crandon said, I'd rather play Cavs first round. Harden's going to stink it up. You could. Santos has it, right wing, being guarded by Booker. Spins off of him. Good defense from Booker. Forced kick out to Porzingis, left wing 3. Got it to go down for Kristaps Porzingis. Now, we need him on our bingo card for 3 threes. That's his second of the game. Back to a 4-point game it goes. 54-50. Green crosses over to his left, snakes it back to his right hand. Bump Euro to his left against Porzingis, gets the layup to go. Beautiful move from Jalen Green, who continues to be in attack mode, man. Pajemski has it on the right wing. Gets it over to Draymond Green, being guarded by Jalen Green. Inside pass to Santos, gets ran into by Booker, and it's a foul on Devin Booker. I'm not going to lie, I've been very disappointed in Devin Booker's game here tonight. Very disappointed. Judge Dad said Green's putting in work. He is indeed. Both of them are. Both of them are. But Jalen Green, 16 points tonight, 6 for 10 from the field. I think he's been fantastic. I think he's been excellent. Everything you want from him. Gary Payne gets it over to Draymond Green, being guarded by Brooks. They lob it down low to Porzingis, leans in, flips it up at the rim, gets it to go down. He was also looking for the foul. He didn't get that, but he did get the basket. 9 minutes to go. In this third quarter, Jalen Green bringing it down, being guarded by Pods. Green pulls it out. Dancing with it, coming to his left, steps back, swings it up top to Booker, swings it over to Brooks, pump fake, swings through to his right, mid-range pull-up jumper, got it to go for Dillon Brooks. Christian Blake said 3 fouls on Booker and Brooks. Hope Golden State Warriors get aggressive here. They should. Pajemski has it up top, being guarded by Jalen Green. Pajemski dancing with it, swings it over to Draymond Green. Green lobs it down low again to Porzingis, rolling to the rim. Can't get the layup to go, but a foul on Devin Booker, and that's the 4th foul on Booker. That's 4 fouls on Booker. Eminem said Booker letting the team down. You're supposed to be the guy. This is your team. And it's not like he's super old. And you can't really say that when you're going up against the Warriors and Steph Curry and Draymond Green. You know? He's still in his prime. And yet it feels like he's on the back end of his prime. Still really pretty miserable play-in both games. Was not very effective against the Blazers. And tonight, he's getting outshined by both Brooks and Jalen Green again, man. Suns Gen said, I did predict the Booker crash out. What's going on, Suns Gen? How would you categorize his season? Because obviously, we've only covered a handful of Suns games this year. And a couple of them, Devin Booker was injured for. A 3 for Dillon Brooks out of the right wing. Got it to go. There you go. Dillon Brooks. Porzingis did knock down both free throws, 53-61. Curry down the lane, shoved it out to Draymond Green. Extra pass to Podziemski, who'll now take the lane. Beautiful Euro pass, Dillon Brooks. Brooks calling for the travel. It is a travel. It is a travel. Podziemski calling for the challenge. Let's see the replay on it. Yeah, that's a travel. That's a travel. I don't know why you're asking for that to be reviewed. It's a travel. Devin Booker has it up top, swings it over to Jalen Green. Pass fake, puts up the right wing three. Jalen Green, back-to-back threes. One from Dillon Brooks, one from Jalen Green. And just like that, the lead balloons back up to 11. Just like that. Randy said, booked at his prime. He's looking old. Yeah, I mean, he's 30. He's in his prime. He's in his prime. And this is a tough outing for him. These are a tough couple of games. I know they kind of have him out of position. They have him more so being the point guard of the team. So he's making sure everybody eats. He's moving the ball around. But I just don't feel like he's being super aggressive right now. Daniel Dash said he's not old and slow. Just everybody knows how to guard him. I guess, but this is a guy who is the best player on a finals team. Like everybody knows how to guard SGA. It's not a secret, you know. Everybody knows how to guard Jalen Brunson, but these guys still go off. He's a premier offensive player in the league, and it feels like he's taking a backseat to a couple of guys, which is okay if those guys got it going. You know, Green up to 19 points, 7 for 11 from the field. But Dillon Brooks got 13 points on 12 shot attempts. But he's still being super aggressive. He's going to the rim. He's attacking, right? Get a Kobe assist. Go to the rim. Try to get a layup. Force the shot blocker to come over to contest your shot, right? Get it off the rim. Tell your big man, hey, I'm going to the rim. I'm shooting it. Go get it off the rim. I just think if Devin Booker was playing to even half his capability here tonight offensively. And look, he's got 9, 3, and 5. The box score looks good. I'm just disappointed in the overall outing of Devin Booker tonight. You know, this is a guy who can go off for 40, a guy who can go off for 50 any given night. And it feels like he's comfortable taking a backseat to Brooks and Jalen Green. Which again, if those guys are hitting and they're going like Jalen Green is tonight, play through them for sure. Right? Like, they're your co-stars. In his eyes, I'm sure he's seeing it as like, oh, yeah, they're my co-stars. They're going off. But it can't just be the absence of a point guard that has completely taken away from Devin Booker's game here. He's still bucket. He's still a walking bucket. Tiz Block has said, trade Devin Booker. We don't want him anymore. Crazy. And he said, now Booker's looking like he needs to go on the shelf right now. I wouldn't say that. I mean, like, he's still being effective out there as a ball mover and a play connector, but that's my point. That's not Devin Booker. Isn't his contract, he's going to be making $70 million a year in like 2 years? Suns Gen said, look at all the Suns expert in here tonight. That's why I ask you, Suns Gen, what's going on? How would you categorize Devin Booker's season this year? Because from what I've seen these last 2 games, like I said, I've covered maybe 5 games of the Suns this year. And I want to say like 3 of them, Devin Booker didn't even play and he was injured. Right? I know he had a tumultuous season with health in and out of the lineup, but I don't love I don't love his process. I feel like he's taking a back seat. He's taking a back seat to some teammates. And again, Jalen Green's gotten going and he's an offensive capable player, so I don't mind that, but I just feel like Dillon Brooks has been far more aggressive. than him. We can look up his contract, Zane. I don't want to speak out of turn, but I'm pretty sure he's got a pretty hefty contract coming up. He continues to sign extensions with the Suns, which is great. But, you know, be the guy then. Be the guy. Don't just be a guy. Be the guy. The Warriors swinging around. Guy Santos, left corner three, can't get it to go. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Knocked out of bounds off of Draymond Green. Great effort from Royce O'Neal. And then bringing it down. Sun Jen said, Book is a team player running odd scheme. Okay. But, you know, so is Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson running Mike Brown's scheme. Still giving you 25 a night. And when push comes to shove, give me the ball, get out of my way. You know? A lot of players do that. I get being a connector and a team player. I get it. Maybe even being a little bit of a decoy. But, you know, also get yours. Also be a star/superstar level player that you are. I just feel like he's been very passive tonight overall. Booker has it up top being guarded by Gary Payton. Booker on the right wing. Sees a double team. Swings it out. Jordan Goodwin, wide open left wing three. At the buzzer. Can't get it to go. Long rebound. Gary Payton. And that's the other thing. I've said it before too. He's seeing a lot of double teams, which, you know, he normally does. I think he's navigated them really well for the most part. Green hits Curry, come back door. Curry gets fouled, ran into by Jalen Green, it looks like. And it's a foul on the floor. Zane said 70 M's is crazy. Let me look up his contract. It's a big contract. I remember seeing it going. What the heck? Yeah. He's going to be making $68 million next year. Not next year. In 29-30, he makes $68 million. All right, I didn't see who missed it for the Warriors, but they missed a shot. Iguodala hands it off to Jalen Green. Green up top, being guarded by Steph Curry. Jalen Green coming to his left off a go screen from Dillon Brooks. Jalen Green's going to dance with it. Sidestep left wing three. Comes up short. Gets the friendly bounce off the front of the rim, and it goes through. Suns Jen said, Book probably peaked in 22-23. I mean, his stats definitely look that way. I just can't believe a guy in his physical prime is not still hovering around where he was a couple of years ago. Missed shot from Gary Payton. Jalen Green driving it down, kicks it out. Dillon Brooks pump fake, driving to his left in the paint, trying to blow past Gary Payton. It's a foul on the floor. That three from Jalen Green, by the way, with the friendly bounce. It's a 14-point game, 6 minutes to go. We're halfway through this third quarter. Mighty Montrell said, we've seen Booker dropping 28+ while Green was still getting 25. We know he doesn't have to sacrifice his shots as part of the scheme. He's just off. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I've only seen like 5 Suns games. So I'm not going to talk out of turn in that regard about like the scheme per se, what it calls for from Devin Booker, because we've seen players sacrifice for scheme before, right? To allow the rest of the team to go off. But, you know, Jalen Green driving it down, loses the handle on the ball. Good hands from the Warriors. Out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Warriors here. Steph Curry bringing it down. Sunshine said, how do you know he's in his physical prime? I just mean that in terms of age. And they call the moving screen on the Warriors there. I just mean that in terms of his age, Sunshine. Not like technically in his physical prime. I just mean like 30 is normally peak physical prime of an NBA athlete, right? You would say 20. Steph Curry was out of bounds, by the way. That's the turnover. You would say a player's peak physical prime is 27 to 33 years old. He got like a 6-year run there, right? And then even as you enter your 30s, you start entering the back end of your prime. But it doesn't necessarily feel like where we're at with Devin Booker right now. Booker, foul line, fall away jumper. Can't get it to go, comes up short. And Pajemski gets fouled by Dillon Brooks. That's his 5th foul? 4th foul. 4 fouls on Booker, 4 fouls on Brooks is not what you want to see. Suns Jen said ankles and hammies are shot. And that's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate then. Because Booker was an extremely entertaining player to watch, man. I mean, at the same time, Suns Jen, Steph Curry's out there on one leg. He's out there on one leg. with surgically repaired ankles on both feet. You know? And I know Curry, generational player, more so than Booker, who's just like an awesome player. Draymond Green turns it over. And Steph Curry comes up limping? That's not what you want to see. Layup for O'Neal. Is that what we saw there? Yeah, I mean, he's jogging now. He seems fine. I thought I saw him coming up limping. That's not what you want to see. 16-point lead for the Suns now. We are on the verge of maybe blowout territory unless the Warriors got another run in them to pull this one closer. Horford has in the post against Booker, backing him down. Flip shot, got it to go down. When in doubt. Suns, Gents, and people are individuals. Yeah, I just beat in general. Basketball players' primes are 27 to 33. Obviously, everybody's going to be different. That number is going to move and shift. We've seen players' primes be like 24 to 29, which that might be Booker, right? And obviously, he's suffered some injuries that have affected his body. Suns somehow save a loose ball over to Royce O'Neal. That could be a backbreaker. He misses the right wing three. Rebound to Horford. Quick outlet to Curry. Curry bringing it down on the left wing. Kicks it over. Three in the left corner. Melton, big time shot. Got it to go down. Rattled it in. Back to 11. Just like that, back to 11. Okay. They're coming back in. Booker has it up top. Coming to his right. Sees a double team. Get it out of there. And a foul. Draymond Green very upset. Very upset at the foul call. As he tends to be. Beer-batted gummy sharks. Does anyone enjoy seeing three-point shooters bait the defender, then jump sideways up into the defender instead of shooting in natural action? I don't think anybody likes that. Shout out Kobe, though. Popularized it. Kobe and D. Wade, everybody's favorite shooting guards, right? They get it into Jalen Green, who has it up top. 4 minutes to go. Green, up top, coming to his left, off the Iguodala screen. Sees a double team, over to O'Neal. O'Neal hands it off to Green, coming to his right. Green, driving down, step back, right wing three, falling out of bounds, off the back rim, can't get it to go. High rebound, battle for the loose ball. D'Anthony Melton able to dig it out. And it's a loose ball foul on Royce O'Neal. We got 3:46 to go. Are they in the bonus? They are in the bonus. That's 3 points. Royce O'Neal, why? He got the rebound already. Why foul him? Daniel Dash said book contract extension is 2 years, $145 million, and runs up to 29-30. Yep. Hubian said, what are y'all's thoughts on Harden versus D-Wade debate? I think D-Wade clears pretty heavily. D'Anthony Melton knocks down the first free throw. Knocks it to 10. Get it back to single digits. Let me blow my nose real quick. As Melton knocks down both free throws, we are fully in allergy season, y'all. We are also under 4 minutes to go. Booker, off the handoff, coming to his right, kicks it up top. Royce O'Neal catches, pump fake, sidestep, wide open three. O'Neal can't get it to go down. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Knocked over to Melton. Melton pushing it the other way. Blowing past Booker in the lane. Scoop with the right hand, can't get it to go. Jalen Green with the chase down block, and it's a goaltend. He didn't really have to goaltend it either, Jalen Green. He's probably going to end up missing that one. Oof. Crandon said, I've seen a lot of players get their bag and then play like crap. A little bit. I don't think that's Devin Booker, though. I think he's still a very good player. And I think he's performing well enough tonight. I just, my expectations with Devin Booker is more. Like I said, best player in a finals team. Like, I think he could have been the best player in a championship contending team. And I just don't see that player right now. Booker driving it down inside the Iguodala. Iguodala kicks it out to Jalen Green. A wild pass. Shot clock winding down. He's got to put up the logo three. He got it! He got the logo three to go down. That is on the bingo card. We got to update the bingo card, by the way. None of this has happened, has it? Draymond Green has it up top, being guarded by Jalen Green. Over to Melton. Melton up top, being guarded by O'Neal. Dancing with it. Crosses over to his left in the lane. Throws up the floater. Gets the friendly bounce off the side of the rim. Forgot to give them free throws, by the way. And then that three. So it's 72 to 64. It's an 8-point game. They get it over to Booker. Swings through to his left off the Iguodala screen. Booker inside the Iguodala. And he gets tied up with Draymond Green, and there's a foul on Draymond Green, his third. Got 3 fouls on Gary Payton and 3 fouls on Draymond Green. Christian Blaise at 25 points and logo 3. Jalen Green just needs one more block. He got 25? He does have 25. There you go. There you go. We have 2:30 to go. We'll take down our timer. Then we got a timeout here so we could update our bingo card here. Take how he said, Melon attacking the rim. He is normally known as a three-point shooter, but attacking the rim today. 13 points, 4 boards, 2 assists for D'Anthony Melon. Pretty good. Pretty dang good. All right, 2:30 to go. Wonka Warrior said Melon, not Melon. You may have heard Melon, brother, but I definitely said Melon. We got to update our bingo card here. We got a logo 3. Cool. We got green for 25. Okay. We had a failed challenge, no successful challenge. 2 failed challenges, didn't we? Yeah, we had 2 failed challenges, so successful challenge, we can't get anymore. Lano Monas, it's up Lano. I'm pretty sure that's all we got, isn't it? Pod's 15? Pod's got 14. So we're close to Pajemski 15 points. Let's check the box score. How many threes Curry have? 2? Steph Curry with 1 3. All right, that's not great. Porzingis has 2 threes, though. Draymond with 4 stocks. He's got... Where's Draymond? He's got 1 steal. Not looking good. We also had we have logo 3. We have that there. We just got to update the board. Brooks for 20 points. He's sitting with what? Christian Blaise said, same with Goodwin. 8 points, 8 boards. There you go. Daniel Dash said, do you need a number 11 Jalen Brunson replica singlet? A singlet? No. I don't need a singlet. Dylan Brooks with 13, so 20 is on the table. Booker with only 9. I have Booker for 30 here. Maybe I got to lower my expectations for Booker, for Booker's scoring. He is on a triple-double watch. Booker has, he's got 9, 4, and 5, I guess. No technical fouls yet. No flagrants. Any player for 3 blocks? Jalen Green still has 2. Anybody in the Warriors is 2? The Warriors have 0 blocks tonight. All right. Porzingis letting us down in that regard. Dana Dash said to celebrate the 26 NBA playoffs. I'm not a jersey guy. Last jersey I got was RJ Barrett. Mark said 3 X's. We got 2 more on the way. I got to update it now. We were just looking to see if we could fill anything else in, but nope, nothing else. So we'll just update it with these 2 here. Yeah, this night's not looking too good for us. Not getting a lot. Even Curry have 30 points. Curry's only sitting with, 11? 7. Oof. Not great. Take up, we said Charlotte stayed home. I mean, they might as well should have. I felt good about this bingo card, too. I mean, not out of the realm of possibility. Well, Booker's not going to get 30, so we can't get that diagonal. But we'll see. Booker has it up top, coming to his right off a screen, driving it down. Foul line, pull-up jumper, got it to go down. There you go, Devin Booker. Back up by 10, the Suns go. User, what's up, User? Santos gets it over to Pajemski. Pajemski being guarded by Gillespie. Over to Melton. Melton over to Horford. Left corner. Pump fake. Swings through to his right. Hands it off to Melton. Melton down low to Horford. In the paint. Leaves it off for Santos. Santos under the paint. Pump fake. Leans in. Draws the foul on Royce O'Neal. And Santos will go to the foul line for 2. With under 2 minutes to go. Daniel Dash said, have you still got it? I lost my Nurkic Blazers singlet a couple of years ago. You guys call it singlet, Daniel Dash. Australia, right? You guys call it singlet. We call it a jersey. So every time you write singlet, I think of the wrestling singlet. Yeah, I still have it somewhere in my closet, very deep in my closet, somewhere. Santos misses the first free throw. We're on the board here for 2 consecutive missed free throws. Miss one more. Miss one more. Miss one more. Guy Santos knocks down the second free throw. 65-74, under 2 to go. Mighty Montreal said, always weird to see the superstars not show up for the must-win games. Even if their team wins, you got to give the superstar a little side-eye. A little bit. A little one. Just a little one. Royce O'Neal, right wing 3, can't get it to go. Hayward Highsmith picked up the offensive rebound, but he was out of bounds when he grabbed it. So the ball's going to go back to the Warriors. Daniel Dad said, I'll get an Antetokounmpo jersey when he plays the Portland Trail Blazers. Okay, jersey, we call AFL top Guernsey or a jumper? Crazy. Crazy. Ball knocked out of bounds off of the Suns. It'll stay here with the Warriors. Tiz Blocker said, O'Neal got 3 fouls in 2 minutes. Royce O'Neal's played more minutes than that tonight. They get it into Pregame. Pregame gets it down low to Horford. Horford leaves it off for Santos, cutting to the rim. Layup high off glass. Got it to go down for Guy Santos. 7-point game. Warriors not out of this. Haven't been out of this at any point. They've gone down a decent amount, but they have always found a way to claw back into this one. Jalen Green dancing with it, kicks it over to Booker, extra pass to Gillespie, back up top to Green, attacking the paint. Euros down the lane, scoop layup, got it to go. Jalen Green continues to be pretty excellent here tonight. And Melton bringing it down. He has it up top. Melton coming to his left. Being guarded by Jalen Green. They get it to Horford in the post. Being guarded by Highsmith. Backing him down. Backing him down. Backing him down. Drop step. Gets tied up. Out of bounds. Or foul. I think there's a foul on Highsmith, and Horford will go to the foul line for 2. 40 seconds to go here in the third. Horford at the foul line for 2. Then they said, will we see Al go off again? That is the question. Al was made of Steph Curry going off, which rightfully so. That's Steph Curry going off for sure. But not enough was made of old man Al Horford with 4 huge threes in that fourth quarter. Out of nowhere. Mark said, this is going to be a 1 a.m. finish at this rate. Yeah, we're at 12 a.m. right now here on the East Coast. It's hitting me a little bit. Pretty late. Pretty late. Didn't get my nap in today. But, you know. Just going to rock it out. Highsmith and Draymond Green get hit with technicals or a double foul? Technicals or a double foul? What are we looking at? All right, we're getting hit with a double foul. I thought we had the technical. Oh, we got technical? Yeah, we got Draymond Green and Dillon Brooks are in the game. So, of course, we got technicals on the board. So, we got a double foul. No technicals, just a double foul between Hayward Highsmith and Draymond Green. Or was it technicals? Was it a foul? Or was it a technical? Now I got to do this. Booker coming to his left, off the screen, sees a double team, gets caught in the air, and a foul is called. All right. Now we're going to go down here. Double technical foul. All right, so the double technical. We did get a technical. There you go. Offsetting text. Someone Jen said such BS. All right, well, that's good for our thing, at least. We need Draymond for 4 stocks and a double-double from somebody. Possible. It's possible. It hasn't been a great board here tonight, but we're still in the running. In the running for bingo. Devin Booker's at the foul line for 2. Gets the first one to go down. I forgot to give the Warriors those free throws. 69-77. Booker hit the first free throw. Knocks down the second free throw. Curry bringing it down. My timer ticked off, but we got 25 seconds to go here. Curry on the left wing, dancing with it against Highsmith. Crosses over to his right, down the lane, in the paint. Scoop layup, can't get it to go. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Booker able to pick it up, pushing it the other way. They swing it over to Goodwin, back to Booker. Booker has it up top. They're going to hold it for what should be the final shot of the quarter here. 10 seconds to go. Shot clock is off. Booker being guarded by Pajemski. Booker sees a double team, swings it out to Highsmith. They leave him wide open. He walks into the wide open right wing three. Can't get it to go down. And Pajemski picks up the rebound, heaves it down the other side of the court. And that's going to be the end of our third quarter. We got 12 minutes of basketball remaining here in the play-in as a whole. And then we move on to the playoffs. But first, we need to decide the 8 seed here out on the West Coast. Suns or Warriors? I've had the Suns the whole way. They have not particularly let me down here tonight. 9-point game, 78-69. Pretty low scoring overall. Let's see. Mighty Montreal said, the thought of the Magic being the only team to play truly inspired basketball tonight makes me sick. That's a pretty good point, because even though the Suns are up, they've played well, but could be better, obviously. Same with the Warriors. They've played okay, but could be better. I mean, this is 78-69 at half. Actually, the Suns have been fine. It was a perfectly fine game from the Suns. But yeah, I guess I wouldn't say inspired ball from any of the other three teams outside of the Magic, right? I guess. Yeah, the Magic, which was the team that felt like if coming into tonight, we talked about it before and we were like, all right, one team is going to be, three teams are a no-show. Can you name the three teams? The Orlando Magic would have been my first pick. I would have been like, okay, the Magic are one of them. They're not going to show up tonight. And instead, it's been the opposite. They were the one team to show up and play extremely hard. Suns Gen said, yes, I'm sure you understand my lack of playoff enthusiasm for my team. Fair. Very fair, Suns Gen. I am seeing in full force here tonight. No Mark Williams, though. No Mark Williams. We didn't see Kaman Maluwalk at all in that third quarter. Bruce Fowler said, you look beat. Please rest up for the Knicks and stay hydrated, brother. Well, we're doing games all day tomorrow, so you can best believe I will be sleeping in. I will indeed be sleeping in. Although I still have to make some bingo cards. Suns Jen said, I love my team, but I'm not a liar. I've been there too, brother. I've been there too. Mark said, yes, barely any excitement around these teams. Yeah, I feel like the first 2 days of the play-ins, first day of the play-in was better. I mean, we had the best game that day, I guess. Is wide, but we get playoff basketball tomorrow at least. Those games should be good. They should be. Daniel Dash said, no way it's Curry's last game. Why not? It could be. Could be. Old man Curry. Hobbled on one leg. Go get rest, old man. Go get rest. Rest up for next season. Jalen Green up to 27. Draymond Green. 5-2 and 4 for Draymond Green. Only a steal. Not as dominant of an outing as he had against the Clippers, especially defensively. Same for Steph Curry. Not as dominant of an outing as he had against the Clippers. 7 points for him, 4 boards, 4 assists on the one leg. 3 turnovers as well for Steph Curry. Kristaps Porzingis is somehow a minus 22 here tonight, 11 points. Only 1 rebound. Yeah, not helping out in almost any regard. 3 turnovers, only 1 rebound, 11 points for Kristaps Porzingis here. So, here we go. Warriors have the ball to start the fourth, and Steph Curry will bring it down. Katie said Jalen is exactly the Suns wanted him to be. Yeah, I think so. It's pretty fair. They throw behind Gary Payton there, cutting to the rim. Can't handle the pass. Booker able to pick up the loose ball. Gets a steal there. Booker up top being guarded by Curry. He's waving some people away. They run 4 across along the baseline. He wants to isolate against Curry. Swings it out. Jalen Green catches, pump fakes in the middle of the lane, loses the handle, picks it back up, swings it out. Goodwin back out the Green, pump fake, swings through to his right, mid-range pull-up jumper for Jalen Green. Got it to go down for Jalen Green. And back up by 11, the Suns go. Here comes Curry and the Warriors. Over to Santos. Santos, right corner. Being guarded by Booker. Driving it down. Picks up his handle. Inside to Gary Payne. Lose the handle. Picks it back up. Over to Curry. No hesitation. Catch and shoot 3. And he got it to go down. That's 2 threes for Curry. Can we see a vintage fourth quarter like we did against the Clippers? Here comes Jalen Green bringing it down. Green has it up top. Coming to his right. Spins. Pass fake. Nowhere to go. Picked up his handle. Gets it over to Highsmith. Hayward Highsmith up top. Hits O'Neal cutting back door. Kicks it out to Goodwin. And Goodwin gets those 3 points right back. Here comes Curry bringing it down. Curry up top, dancing with it. Ball knocked out of his hands and gets his pocket picked by Goodwin, and it's a jump ball. There you go. I'm pretty sure that's on the bingo card. We got a jump ball between Curry and Goodwin. Excellent defense from Jordan Goodwin. Right, we got a jump ball here somewhere. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Slowly but surely, we're filling out the bingo card. Jordan Goodwin knocks down the 3. Hustle and energy allows him to pick up this jump ball opportunity against Curry. We got it at the half court circle. Curry without the knee, man. And the Warriors win it. Steph Curry on one leg, out jumping Jordan Goodwin there. Curry bringing it down, blowing past Goodwin in the lane, finger roll layup, comes up short. And Santos fouls Booker. I heard the whistle blow. I thought maybe it might have been a late whistle for Steph Curry. Nope. It was Guy Santos fouling Devin Booker, going for the rebound. Fromeo, what's up, Fromeo? Are you an actual chef? I am not. I am not, unfortunately. Unfortunately for me, I am not. Booker in the lane, leans in, throws up the floater, draws the foul. He's going to the foul line for 2. And Booker comes up limping. So clearly not 100%. Maybe I'm too hard on Devin Booker here tonight. Clearly not 100%. Same as Steph Curry. As he comes up limping there. Bruce Fowler, what's up, Bruce? Had to work late. From the gist of it, I'm taking away the games haven't been that good. Not great. The Orlando Magic absolutely obliterated the Charlotte Hornets. It was not particularly close at any point in the game. They came out and went up by 20 points in the first quarter, or 17 points in the first quarter, and then looked back. Didn't look back. And here tonight, for the most part, the Phoenix Suns have led around 10 points all night long against the Warriors. Every now and again, the Warriors are going on a little bit of a run, knock it back to like 2 or 3 or 4. But for the most part, the Suns have been able to push the lead as Booker knocks down both free throws up to what you see now, 13-point lead. 10 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. They swing it out. Melton, a left wing 3. Comes up short, but gets the friendly bounce off the front of the rim, and he gets it to drop down. Knocks it back to 10. Here comes Jalen Green bringing it down. Green up top, coming to his left. Pull up 3 over Draymond Green. In and out, can't get it to stay. Rebound by the Anthony Melton, pushing it the other way. Melton up top, in and out dribble, dancing with it, coming to his left, down the lane, kicks out to Guy Santos. Over to Curry, wide open left wing 3 for Curry, got it to go down. Horrific defense from the Suns. How do you let Curry with a wide open 3? How does that happen? I would never understand how that happens. You have to go back and rewatch these games just to watch the off-ball movement from Curry and the screening from the Warriors. Because how does Steph Curry wind up with a wide open 3? Highsmith with the straightaway 3, can't get it to go. Why is Hayward Highsmith shooting 3s? I know he can knock down an open 3, but maybe not the straightaway 3s like that above the break. Melton can knock down the floater in the lane. Good defense from Jalen Green. He picks up the loose ball rebound, and he's bringing it down the other way. He has it up top. Coming to his left off a Goodwin screen. Santos switches onto him. Green coming to his left. Curry now switches onto him. Green's going to look to attack and driving to his left, down the lane to a layup. Got it to go for Jalen Green yet again. In attack mode all night long. He's up to 30. He's up to 30. 31 for Jalen Green. Santos has it up top, being guarded by Iguodala. Or is that Iguodala? That's Booker. Excuse me. Santos being guarded by Booker, coming to his left. Kicks it out to Gary Payne, hands it off to Curry. Curry with 3 threes right now. Curry, jab step, coming to his left, down the lane, in the paint, pump fake, steps through. Skublev with the left hand. Can't get it to go, no fouls called. Oof. It's a tough one. A lot of contact. Definitely got a bit of a gripe on that one. It's a 5-on-4 as Curry's down on the other end. A pass fake. Royce O'Neal, 3, can't get it to go. Santos knocks the rebound away from Green, and it ends up in Green's hands. Away from Draymond, but over to Jalen Green. They get it to Booker up top, being guarded by Curry. Booker faces up. Booker. Coming to his right, over to Jalen Green. Right corner, pump fake. Fly-by defense from Draymond Green, and Jalen Green sidesteps and knocks down the 3, and he continues to be incredible. Another 34-point outing for Jalen Green. Here comes DeAnthony Melton bringing it down the other way. 12-point lead for the Suns here. 7:45 to go in this fourth quarter. Draymond Green on the left wing being guarded by Jalen Green, driving to his left, spinning to his right in the post, shoves it over to Santos in the lane, loses the handle. Highsmith able to dig it out and get the steal. Here comes Devin Booker pushing it the other way. Booker has it up top. Booker being guarded by Gary Payton. 7:30 to go in this fourth quarter. All momentum pointing towards Phoenix right now. They are at home. The Warriors running out of the gas. Devin Booker pump fake, steps through, out to Jalen Green, leans in, puts it up. Got it to go off of one leg. In the mid-range. Shot clock was winding down, felt some contact, went off of the one leg, LaMelo Ball style, and knocked down the jumper. And it's a 14-point lead. Warriors call a timeout. Heads held low. Energy dying out for the veteran-laden old team. And Jalen Green, the young man, shining bright here tonight. Keenan Hart said suddenly turned into what Houston wanted, and now they got the sourpuss locker room cancer KD. Pretty much. I mean, look, man, a lot is being made right now of Ime Udoka's lack of innovation on offense. Like, Ime Udoka might be Tom Thibodeau 2.0, right? He can get you to a certain baseline of competence, right? But can he get you over that hump? I don't know. Doesn't seem like it right now. Obviously still has a ton of time to figure it out, but Mighty Montreal said a bunch of old and aging superstars limping around while Jalen Green just does his thing. Bruce Fowler said, call me old school. I tried to get excited about the playoffs before the playoffs, but I did not expect much. You'd think because it's elimination, sort of, it would add to the excitement. Well, the problem is that they're lower tier teams. These are middle tier teams. These are the 7, 8, 9, and 10 seeds of each conference. So it's not like super highly competitive games. We did have an awesome game between the Hornets and the Heat that went into overtime. The Magic and the Sixers, it wasn't a particularly close game or even an entertaining game. So that one wasn't great. The Warriors game against the Clippers was really fun. Steph Curry, vintage performance. That was really fun. And then you have here tonight, the Orlando Magic absolutely pounced on the Charlotte Hornets and didn't look back. That could happen, sure, especially against a young team like that. They weren't prepared for the moment. Didn't show up the way they needed to. And then here tonight, the Phoenix Suns, the Golden State Warriors really just running out of gas. Phoenix Suns playing well, taking it right to them. But you can see the Warriors just don't have it. They just don't. They had it for one night. They were able to turn back the clock for one night, but you can't do that multiple nights in a row, and that's why they were the 10 seed and they're not going to make it out of the play. Keenan Hart said Jaguars pounce, but that's football, right? It is indeed. Bruce Fowler said, I don't know why fans like to see their heroes die before their very own eyes. Steph is old. And next year, especially, we'll spend countless segment hours on how can Steph win another championship. I mean, that's always going to be the thing with guys, the three main guys who are constantly in this conversation, despite that they have been past their primes for like 3, 4, 5, 6 years now. Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, LeBron James. The reason why these guys are continuously talked about as if like, well, how can we get these guys another ring? What can they do to get another ring? What team construction do they need? What team can they go to? What players can that team trade for to put around them so that they can go compete for another win? Number one, they were the faces of the league for over a decade. So the NBA as a whole, and particularly ESPN and a lot of the larger media creators at large, are constantly thinking about those guys as if they're still faces of the league, when really the league has moved on. It's SGA, it's Jokic, it's Wemby, it's Anthony Edwards. Like, these are the guys we're looking at, and we're like, okay, what can Jokic do to get ring number 2? Can SGA and the Thunder repeat, right? Can Wemby win one even though he's extremely young, right? Can Anthony Edwards finally break through with the Timberwolves right now? And if he doesn't, are we going to start thinking about should he possibly be looking to move on? Like, these are the new storylines that I don't think the league has particularly really started to run away with, which is kind of unfortunate. By the way, old man Al Horford just knocked one down. Are we in for another vintage pull me back in Al Horford performances? He hit 4 threes the other night in the fourth quarter to pull them back against the Clippers before Steph Curry put the nail in the coffin. It's vintage Booker right there. That's what I like to see from Devin Booker. Got to the mid-range, knocked down the low step-back baseline jumper. Al Horford just hit 1 3. They're going to go right back to Al Horford, being guarded by Booker. They get it over to Curry, catches, pump fake, leans in, draws the foul. Can't get the 3 to go, but it'll go to the foul line for 3 free throws. Keno Hart said, old man Al Horford is Robert Horry 2.0. A little bit. That's not a bad comparison at all. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. D said, Brooks got 0 rebounds. He's been dealing with foul trouble all night long. Bruce Fowler said, I get it. Makes physical sense, but for b-ball nerds, it's like the NBA fantasy, but I get it, Sheffy. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I love it either. I haven't particularly cared about Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and LeBron James for a couple of years now. Since 2022, pretty much, right? Going on 4 years now, I haven't cared about either of those 3 guys. Right? Ever since Steph Curry and the Warriors won that championship, it's been over. It's been over. I haven't cared about those guys at all. Actually, I cared about them during the Olympics, and that was it. So, Curry knocks down the first 2. He's got 1 more coming. Joseph, what's up, Joseph? Creation Scripts, what's up, Creations? Loki, my first NBA playoffs I watched. Are these big point differences common? What's going on today? These are the play-ins, so it's not really the playoffs yet. These are like the warm-up to the actual playoffs. These are just the teams that are on the bottom feeder of the playoffs, trying to get their way into the playoffs. So we are not fully in the playoffs yet. But no, we'll be seeing much closer and better performances come playoff time. Booker out of the mid-range, pump fakes out to O'Neal, back to Booker, swings through to his left, down the lane, swings it out to Jordan Goodwin, has to fire it up there, and he got it to go down, well contested by Guy Santos. He got it to go down anyway. Curry did knock down all 3 free throws, by the way. Curry up top, 13-point game, under 6 minutes to go. We're past the halfway point of this fourth quarter. Curry in the lane, kicks it out to Gary Payton, up top to Santos, over to Pajemski. Pajemski swings through to his right, down the lane, ball knocked out of his hands by Jordan Goodwin, who's been excellent tonight. To get over to Booker, who has it up top. Booker pulls it out. He's going to wind down as much time as possible. Coming to his left. Horford switched onto him. Booker going to look to isolate. Coming to his right. Directing traffic. Mid-range pull-up jumper for Devin Booker. Got it to go down. And that's the Devin Booker I've been asking for all night. And he's coming through here in the fourth quarter. And we get a timeout for the Warriors as this is the largest lead. No, it wasn't. 17 points was the largest lead of the game. The largest lead of the second half, though. 15 points here. Montreal said, having a tournament to see who gets to be swept will always be hilarious to me. Yep. I mean, I get why they did the play-in tournament. I get it. More money, more, in theory, highly competitive games. But ultimately, these 2 teams are battling it out to see who gets the pleasure of being swept by the Oklahoma City Thunder here. So, Daniel Dash said, the average winning margin does grow by about 3 to 4 points in the NBA playoffs. Good point customer. Does it? MBM said, Knicks for life. Nobody does it better than Traffic Crew. Appreciate you, MBM. Bruce Fowler said, I've been pacing myself. How many games in does traffic stop on 34th Street after a win? We start in the first round. Joshua R. Nabla. What's up, Josh? Keenar said, it's kind of funny. Chef is such a general hoops fan that noobs don't realize that he is a Knicks channel. This is a Knicks channel. Yeah, I mean, it started off as a Knicks channel. I'm pretty pleased that we have kind of been able to transition it to kind of a general NBA channel without being able to sacrifice our priority of covering Knicks basketball, right? Which will always remain the priority. Always. Because it's my favorite team. David Osh Jr. said Magic with the upset. Put your bets on it. Magic against the Pistons. I just hope they make it a tough series. Abigail, what's up, Abigail? Joseph said, don't say that OKC can lose to anybody. You never know. I doubt it, unless major injuries happen. And even still. Kevin Holcraft, what's up, Kev? Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Spark, what's up, Spark? Gonna need all these Sheffy vibes for my Raps to have a shot tomorrow. We'll be there, Spark. We'll check it out. I'm rooting for a good series and all the other ones. I don't care who makes it out. Obviously, the only series I truly care about is my Knicks. Durston said, I tune in for the Knicks games, and I'm not even a Knicks supporter. Appreciate you, Durston. Appreciate you. Sunjen said, lots of delusion this time of year. Hey, man, once you're in the dance, anything could happen, right? Anything could happen. You gotta convince yourself that anything could happen. Why not? Keenahara said, OKC can lose to San Antonio, Denver, and Boston. And New York, brother, and New York. Come on, Keenahara. And New York. I don't think, yeah, you could throw Boston in there. You gotta throw New York in there too, brother. Come on. You gotta have faith, Keenahara. You gotta have faith. Colossal said, Porzingis not grabbing boards. No, he is not. Not at all. Hoobien, what's up, Hoobien? John, what's up, John? Porzingis is bad. I need 4 more points for 200. I'm rooting for you, brother, but I don't know if we see Porzingis again tonight. He's been bad. Keenar said, I guess I'm being AP in a quieter way. Yeah, I mean, the Knicks haven't beat the Thunder in 3 seasons, 2 years? I don't know. Something like that. All right, here we go. Final 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. Final 5 minutes of the play-in tournament as a whole. Horford has it up top. They get it to Draymond Green, being guarded by Dylan Brooks. Inside the Santos, leaves it off for Pajemski. Layup, got it to go, and the foul. What are you doing, Jalen Green? 5 minutes to go here. And Pajemski will go to the foul line for one more. Trying to get the and one. Sunshine said, I love my team, but I'm a stable, logical individual regardless of my online behavior. Yeah. I've been there, brother. Listen, I was not very high on that 2012-2013 Knicks team that everybody was high on. They were like, oh, yeah, we could beat the Heat. We're going to win a championship. It's possible. I was not very high on that team. I never once thought that team could win a championship. I thought they were way too old, and ultimately that's what ruined them in the end. So, John said, I hope for overtime. I mean, it's pretty late for me here. I hope the Warriors make it interesting and we end it in regulation. Jalen Green sees a double team. They get it over to Booker. Booker up top, being guarded by Draymond Green. Coming to his left, off the screen. They hedge out, show 2 on a double team. They swing it out. Jalen Green, extra pass to Dylan Brooks. A no-dip 3 at the right corner. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Pajemski. Pajemski pushing it the other way. 99-87 after Pajemski hit the free throw. Pajemski with 17 points, by the way. That's Pajemski for 15 points on our bingo card. Curry lobs it down low to Santos in the lane. Swings it out. Pajemski left corner 3. Can't get it to go. Very short. Kicks it back out to Curry. One dribble, puts up the 3. Over 2 defenders, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Draymond Green knocks it loose. And it's a loose ball foul on Draymond Green over Jalen Green. And Draymond Green's calling for a challenge. Christian Blaze said 2 Curry 3s, 1 Pods rebound for a double-double, and 1 Jalen Green block for bingo. It's a lot. But we got 4 minutes to go. We got more than enough time. We had... what did we just get? We just got something. Oh, Pod 15 points. They swing it around. Dylan Brooks, left corner, pump fakes, kicks it back. Royce O'Neal an open 3. Royce O'Neal knocks it down, and the Suns keep on coming, man. 15-point lead. Curry on the right wing, being guarded by Goodwin. Crossing over to his left, behind the back pass out to Draymond Green, wide open for a 3. He can't get it to go. Long rebound knocked out to Horford. He'll put up the straightaway 3. He'll miss it wide left. Pajemski knocks the rebound out, but back to Goodwin. Royce O'Neal inside the Goodwin. It's a bad pass. Royce O'Neal thought Goodwin was going to keep going to the rim. Goodwin thought Royce O'Neal was going to shoot the 3. He's looking at him like, brother, shoot that 3. Just go ahead, put it up there. I'll battle for the rebound if you miss it. Warriors bringing it down the other way. Over to Curry, left corner 3, in and out, halfway down, but he can't get it to stay. Rebound knocked out to Draymond Green, over to Pajemski, right corner 3 for him. Got it to go down for Pajemski. He has been the hero of the night for the Warriors. He's up to 20 points here. 12-point lead for Phoenix, though, after he knocked down that three, and we have 3:20 to go. Let's update our bingo card. Not looking good for us. I'll tell you that. Not looking good for us. We're going in a diagonal here. David Hodge Jr. said, night, night, Curry. Congrats, book. There you go. There you go. Lana Mona said, Knicks win tomorrow. Yeah, I think so. I got Knicks in 5. Game 1 in the Garden. You got to pull that one out for the fans, man. You got to pull that one out for the fans. We got Curry for 5 threes. He's only made 4 shots tonight. I assume all of them threes. Curry. 3 of them have been threes. He's 3 for 9. We need 2 more Curry threes in these last 3 minutes. I mean, not that helps. A double-double? Nobody has a double-double, right? We do. Pajemski has a double-double. 20 and 10. There you go. There's another one. We got the double-double. We need Draymond for 4 stocks. He's got 1 steal. Yeah, we're not going to get Draymond for 4 stocks unless he goes absolutely crazy here at the end. But we'll just make sure we fill it in. We got the double-double. Third pick, Shakira Austin. What's up, Shakira? Curry fan boys, where y'all at? I don't know if you're going to find any of those in here, brother. Ken R said Dre 2-0 for 4 stocks. He had like 3 steals and like 1 or 2 blocks against the Clippers the other day. Royce O'Neal, wide open right corner 3, knocks it down, and these are feeling like daggers, man. Everyone's a nail in the coffin. That's another nail. That last 3's another nail. The 3 before that was another nail. Curry pushing the other way, tries to kick it to the corner, gets stolen by Jalen Green, and that's going to pretty much do it. And the Suns are going to be able to move on. Dylan Brooks kicks it out to Devin Booker. Doesn't want to shoot the 3. Booker up top, coming to his right. 2:40 to go. Coming to his left. Booker dribbling to the left corner, left wing, swings it out to Dylan Brooks. Pump fake, jab step, shot clock running down. Not going to get it off in time. Shot clock violation. We got that one. We got that earlier in the game, though, so we're good on that. Any player for 3 blocks, still don't have that. Curry for 5 threes. Doesn't seem likely. Porzingis for 3 threes didn't happen. He had 2. He has not come back into the game. No wedgie again. No wedgie again. All right, we might have to replace the wedgie. Oh, Zahar, appreciate you, brother. We got 2:30 to go here. Curry, left wing, step back, over to Draymond, down low. Gets stolen by the Suns. Another steal, this one from Jalen Green again. Jalen Green, a ton of steals here tonight. Booker on the right wing, sees a double. Over to Dylan Brooks, over to Jalen Green. Back up top to Dylan Brooks. Approaching the 2-minute mark with a 15-point lead. This one is going to wind down. Dylan Brooks is going to drive down for the scoop layup. He's going to miss it, grab his own offensive rebound, and dribble it out. The ball is going to be knocked out of bounds. Sunjan said, we didn't make the playoffs last year with KD, and then the team was so much better to watch this year. I'm so happy. They also didn't crash out, so yeah. Still have more to watch, man. You still got more to watch. Right? Win, lose, or draw, sweep, or competitive series, you still got more to watch. Rose said, replace the wedgie with goaltending. We might do that. It's a good one, Rose. Right? Goaltending also rarely called, but definitely more often than the wedgie for sure. Dylan Brooks, 13. Devin Booker now 19. And Green with 36. The big offensive outing for him. Goodwin with 14. We didn't get a ton of... I mean, Royce O'Neal got 3. We need 5 threes, though, between Gillespie and O'Neal. And Gillespie has only played... Oh, he's played 17 minutes tonight. He played a decent amount. He only took 1 3, missed it. Warriors are using a challenge here. Looks like it is out of bounds off of Dylan Brooks, so they're going to win a possession there. Ian Parkins said, I've got to go. Big game tomorrow. Yes, sir. Ian Parkins, get your rest in. Everybody get your rest in. Abigail said, let's go for overtime, Warriors. I don't think we're going to get that. Don't think we're going to get that. Ryan Dunn, only 6 minutes tonight. Come on, Mollywalk, only 4 minutes tonight. Also, Iguodaro, 26 minutes. Yeah, they went small. Didn't even realize that. Phoenix Suns went very small in this game. No flagrants tonight. That was a successful challenge, by the way. So there's that. There's that. Successful challenge. Mighty Montreal. Superstar under 20 points should be a square at this point. I want to stick away from anything too negative. So that's where I'm at when making the bingo cards. Kinohara said, I got a skedaddle. I got Scottsdale Cousins. Oh, you got Scottsdale Cousins. Gotcha. I thought you were trying to say I got a skedaddle. Like, man, that is an old-timey way to say goodbye, brother. Abigail said, a loss for the Warriors fans means a staycation somewhere, Chevy. Does indeed. Sons Jen with a very generous super chat. Yet again, my guy Sons Jen. Unfortunately, our alerts are not working, so it's not going to pop here. But shout out my guy Sons Jen in the chat. Appreciate you, brother. Is it working? No, see? It's still not working. Still not working. Can we do this? Yeah, I'm going to have to figure that out before the stream tomorrow because I do like my alerts. Oh, no, that was the bingo card. That's the alert box. All right. 105-90, 2 minutes to go. We're getting timeout after timeout after timeout. Come on, guys. Sun Jen said, I got you, bingo friends. Appreciate you, Sun Jen. Yeah, we have still yet to ever hit bingo, man. That is the beauty of bingo. It is gambling without having to give up any money. I'm actually really surprised. Almost every single bingo card we've ever put together has been like one square away. It's actually pretty cool. Every single one has been about one square away from actually getting bingo. We had 2 challenges in a row, man. Mighty Montreal said, corner 3 off the side of the backboard would be a good one. I do like that. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. I do like that. That's a good one. That's a good one, Montreal. I like that one a lot, actually. I do like the funny ones, the funny plays, which is why the wedgie continues to make an appearance, but we might have to swap the wedgie out. It's too rare of a play. You guys are right. You guys are right. Wedgie might be too rare of a play. But I will say, the wedgie has never broken our ability to get bingo, though. It's never been the reason why we haven't gotten bingo, so. Abigail said, what item would you win in those bingo games? Like, what happens when we win bingo? When we win bingo, I don't know. We've never won it. Steph Curry, a logo 3. Can't get it to go. Melton saves it to Pajemski. Pajemski sees a double team over to Horford. Horford throws it away. Goodwin picks it off. He's going to go the other way for a dunk. It is 91-107. Pajemski a 3, got it to go. Pajemski's been incredible tonight. Charlie Charmed, what's up, Charlie? If you haven't, you ain't winning. What, the bingo? I'll tell you what, we're not getting bingo tonight, I'll tell you that. Poonpei said, I just got what you're talking about, Joseph. Dylan Brooks in the lane, kicks it out. Goodwin, another one. Another one for Goodwin. Jordan Goodwin with how many points tonight? 19 points? My goodness. 3 from Melvin. Now we're just even them up there for both sides. You got a minute to go. Gonna dribble it down. A lot of walking around for the Warriors. Draymond Green's gonna foul. And that's gonna wrap it up. They're gonna foul, get their guys out of the game, and that's gonna end it. That's going to end it. KNR said, Jamari get minutes? No Jamari Bouye. No Jamari Bouye. Oh, Draymond Green fouled out. We didn't have that on our bingo block, though. Well, that's going to end us. That's going to end us. The Warriors are going to fall short here. We got a minute to go, but this game is all but over. 110-94. Warriors will go down. Steph Curry's season ends in a bit of disappointment. 17 points for him at the end here. 4 boards, 4 assists. Pajemski 23 and 10. But Devin Booker, Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, Jordan Goodwin. Just too much for the Warriors here tonight. And hopefully the Phoenix Suns can put up a decent fight against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Right? No one's going to be picking the Phoenix Suns to beat the Thunder here. But make it a fun series, right? Make it a fun series. Win 1, maybe 2. Son Jen said, oh no, is this it? Yeah. We just saw Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and Steve Kerr kind of get together there and embrace. And who knows what's going to happen in the offseason here. I assume all 3 of them will be back going into next season, but it's another year older. And who knows? Who knows? But with that being said, I appreciate you guys for hanging out for our play-in coverage. We watched every single play-in game. We covered all 6 games. And the teams moving on will be the Philadelphia 76ers is the 7th seed in the East. And the Orlando Magic is the 8th seed. Charlotte Hornets did not make the playoffs. And then we got talking. Devin Booker and Draymond Green? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now we're going to get feisty at the end? And out in the West, you have the Portland Trailblazers as the 7th seed taking on the Spurs, as well as now the Phoenix Suns taking on the Warriors here. Or the Phoenix Suns taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder, beating the Warriors here. So Devin Booker and Draymond Green still getting into it. Talking trash from the bench is always kind of crazy. But that's going to end us there. Appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. We're going to wrap it up. We're going to get some rest. We're going to set up our bingo cards for tomorrow. We got a full slate ahead of us, so it should be a fun, long day of basketball. Let's get ahead, get ready. I don't know how it's going to work with the microphone because our mic only lasts for 2 games, so we're going to have to charge it for 1 game. What I should have done was probably pick up another microphone, which I was looking at and I was considering. The problem is that I'm going to do that. I might as well upgrade the mic entirely because this is now about 3 years old, this mic. Maybe even longer than that at this point. And so I'm going to be, and so instead of just buying another lavalier mic, I've been thinking, all right, why don't I just look into maybe a boom mic or getting a better wireless mic here? What are the options out there? So that's kind of what I've been looking at. But either way, with that being said, we're going to move on. We'll figure it out as the day goes on. Appreciate you guys. Remember to brush teeth before bed, stay hydrated, and I'll catch you on the next one. Good night, everybody. Bye.